listen to me, bro. We need this Jeremy at night. We need this Jeremy probably to do his own show. This, I'm serious. This Jeremy I'm hearing, yeah, guys, jump in. This Jeremy that I'm hearing right now is a star. I'm not just saying that. This Jeremy I'm
That's
hearing right
true.
now, star.
I mean, at least we can
One hundred
listen.
I've
percent.
seen this Jeremy before.
Now
It's not the
he's a.
same person. It's not the same person.
It's not. He got
So,
somebody else in the daytime. Yo,
it's
this Jeremy
daytime. It's
is a fucking
daytime.
celebrity. I mean,
It's
he'll be a
daytime,
fucking.
Jeremy.
Yeah, he'll be a killer as a
Nah,
podcaster.
dude. If Jeremy can,
He will be
Hey,
a
hey,
killer as a
Jonathan.
and I say this
podcaster.
with the respect,
Hey,
bro.
Jonathan.
You come
Yes,
in with
Nelson. Go
this
ahead, Nelson.
energy.
He should be doing
Well,
his own
well,
show if he's not
let
doing.
Marty,
Go
let
ahead.
Marty finish. I'll
All
jump
right.
in.
No,
But
all I was gonna say say was was with this energy, Jeremy, bro, you could definitely not only do your own show, bro. You'd be a star in DTN, bro. I'm just keeping it
Dude,
real.
let,
check
let,
this out. Let me be very clear.
let me say this real quick before you jump in, Jeremy.
It's
Listen,
pretty obvious why.
Jeremy is the most viral human being on planet Earth, right? He's just got that switch in his brain.
That switch,
It's
But
just
but
that
Nelson
switch.
agree.
it's a
Nelson
toggle
agree or
button.
disagree. Nelson agree or disagree. This Jeremy everywhere.
It's it's not a switch. It's
It's a
very
toggle.
no. It's. I'll tell you exactly what it is. If I'm having productive, active conversations with people who are not pushing at me or poking at me or saying you don't get that response. As Cindy will tell you, I'm a very
Damn, you got another phone
about that.
call.
Sorry about that. I am a reactive person. What that means is if you say something negative to me, I respond with crazy force. But if we're just having a conversation and we're like me and you are going back and forth, and even if we're like you're wrong and I'm right and I'm wrong and you're right, I'm still able to have that conversation as long as you don't draw a line in the sand with me. When people say that's when the gloves come off and I start attacking, going, no, because I'm in fight or flight mode my entire life. So if you want Jeremy, who does real intricate things and looks up stuff and understands the way things work and has these actual intellectually stimulating conversations and use big words and actually get down to like what I do in real life, you can have that. All you have to not do is call me a me to the and try and get a response. It's very simple. It really is that simple. I don't just go out of a room and just start a fight with somebody for no reason. If we're having a conversation, great. The minute it gets insultive,
With all due respect, you sounded like you just made yourself a victim in every room you come into. People are picking on you, bro. Right?
okay.
But yeah,
So see,
No, no, no.
so
Listen. So listen. Just hear me
right
out, right?
there, right.
I'm not attacking you. I'm making an observation, right? And look, we have to be able to have that discernment, right? I didn't
We don't
attack you
have
just
to be
now.
able to have that discernment. That's the
Oh,
thing. Is
so now we don't need discernment. My point is,
we
you
don't
just
need
made
discernment
yourself sound like a
because
victim. Am I wrong? Anybody else in the room? Did that statement sound like every room he comes into, people just pick on him and then he goes off the wall?
No,
no,
not
that's
really. Let me be honest. I'll tell you what I heard. Right? I
N-
heard,
Nelson recruit the Jeremy. You need to be doing recruiting this
man,
Jeremy.
Jeremy makes too much money, man. I'm saying.
But we got recruiting for this show though, man. This Jeremy right here is fucking fire.
Let me say this, right? What I heard was Jeremy saying that he's a reactive person. And I think about it, I think about the Jeremy that I've known for the past couple of years. He kind of is a reactive person when you really think about it, right? But at the same time, sometimes I'm telling you that there's a toggle in his brain, right? Sometimes the toggle goes off and it designs an imaginary situation that he reacts to. You see what I'm saying? So
it's reactive. It's still
it's still
reactive
So
though.
like
reactive,
Putin
but
then.
it's still got that button.
Putin,
It's got the
Yeah,
trigger
so
button in
so
the
so he's
brain.
the new Putin and Pega then.
He's definitely
no,
Putin green,
no,
I'll tell you that.
yo, dude, look. The problem that I have 99% of the time with having a conversation is that I always say this. There are very few people who deserve a megaphone. There are many people who should have a microphone. But the problem is I have is like when we're having a conversation and someone just gets up and strikes you in the face when you're like having an argument, it's like, God damn, like, but that happens more often than not. Like Rob is an explosive personality. He's an explosive personality. I've watched him. But we were able to have a conversation about a specific gun because that gun can be very triggering to people. Bro, I have a big following. I do these things. I'm an entertaining person. I also know what to say to blow up a room to get everybody talking when I want to do that, right? That all comes down to understanding media. Has nothing to do with me wanting to argue with complete strangers. I do not want to argue with complete strangers at all. At all. But I do like to debate. That's my favorite thing to do. I debate with my wife constantly.
Yeah,
She's
well,
my
we need to get
wife.
you. Well, we need to get you on it. Yo, Jeremy, I'm trying to tell you, you're fire. I'm not. I'm listening to you. I'm like, yo, this is yo, and you're on Chat GPT. You're bringing facts, and I'm like, to you because you putting solid shit out there, bro. It's solid
Jonathan,
Well,
content.
it's
why you blowing smoke up this man's
No,
ass?
no, no,
don't
Nelson, no,
listen.
Nelson, let's not do that.
She's
No,
such
Nelson,
Why
nice.
you
Fuck
listen,
you,
blowing
Nelson,
smoke
no,
Nelson.
up this
Nelson's
Yeah,
man's
he's
so
ass?
talking.
bad.
Now he's talking reckless.
Nelson,
Like
Nelson, you're
he's like
ruining.
he's
No,
like.
Nelson, stop.
He's about to think he's Jerry Malcolm in a
Nah,
second.
nah.
Why
Well, I
you
don't want him to think that.
First
But
of all,
what?
whoa, B, hold on, B. Jerry
No,
Malcolm wishes he had the kind of clout I have. First of all, I
no,
love
but
Jerry.
no,
Jerry's
no, bro.
talented though. Jerry's talented.
No, no. I definitely 100%. I'm not blowing what you call it. You know me. I give compliments when it's deserved, and I'm sitting there listening. I'm enjoying it, and
Bro, I'm dope at this. I make content for a living. It's what I do.
you know what?
I
He's right.
actually make
He's right.
millions
He's
of
right.
dollars from making content.
He's right. He's right. He
I
does.
make $100,000 a month portals that I own on Snapchat. That's what I do for a living. It's literally what I do for a living. I
Yeah,
make content for a living. It's what I do. That's why
yeah,
it's like you shouldn't be surprised.
bro. Because you don't show it in your
Well,
display. But I'm listening. I'm sitting there listening. I'm like this.
yo,
I'm
because
loving all
everybody.
of
Let me
this.
tell you why. Because everybody in the room is cool right now. You don't have some random girl telling me to some. You know what I mean? There's no on here right now.
Yo, you come in on the attack, man. I think you capping right now, man. You come in
Thank
on
you.
the
Somebody.
you stay attacking people, man. And
Who said that?
everybody else
I
say,
am the
but
shit.
you say every and that shit triggers people, and
It's
that's why
called
they attack you.
self-esteem. It's called self-esteem. It's the esteem of yourself. It's
But
self-esteem.
there's no reason to attack other people.
I'm not
Like
attacking anybody
you
at all.
like when you come in, like when you I've been in many rooms where you came in and you make
Yeah.
the conversation about yourself instead of the topic.
Well, can you do it very? I'll tell you what. Since you're going to say that, give me a specific instance. Point
Don't do
something
it to
out. And like,
God.
hold on. If you're going to make that statement, specifically,
I mean, the rooms are recorded. We could like pull up.
no,
We
no,
could
you
like
don't
pull
have
up
to record
actual
it.
audio.
The thing
Hey
is, like, if
Jeremy,
you're
I got a problem one for you. So when you jump into the room earlier,
sure,
um, Brianna Rob, I believe, she was in the midst of asking a question, right? And you
no,
can't.
well,
No,
no,
I'm
she
not
interrupted
coming
my
after
question.
you though. I am not
Sure,
going to come after you because here's what I observed, right?
sure.
I saw you coming in and simply asking a question. You just asked a question. And quite
Sure.
honestly, it was kind of a triggering question. So you asked the question. But the problem is you were
Let's
asking,
back
no,
up.
hold on.
What
I'm
was
gonna
it?
go ahead and
What was
bring
it?
you. You know
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what was
talk
the
a lot,
trigger?
man. Let me go
Yeah,
ahead and get it
what
out of the
was a
way real
triggering
fast.
question? What was a
No, I
triggering
mean
question?
it doesn't matter. The topic in general
No,
was kind of
but it should because you're about to give context to a situation that you said you witnessed, but you can't even remember what I
no,
said.
no.
So how can
I
you?
vividly remember you didn't give me a chance to finish. So basically,
Okay.
you asked the question while she was asking the question. So of course she's gonna shut you off, right? But I also noticed that you really asked a question, and that's
Hmm.
pretty much all that was. So to me, it wasn't a big deal to a point where she had to give you the turn to talk. So sometimes it's just that, man. I feel like you just feel misunderstood, and you feel
I'm not.
like you're
No,
not getting
I'm
your
not.
turn or something. I
I'm
don't
not
know what it is, but
I'm not
yeah.
misunderstood. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm not getting a turn. I feel like if I'm trying to ask something and someone is talking over me, and you've asked 12 questions, you've had your turn. Let's. So I'm like,
Hey
yo,
Jeremy, this is Mariana. I was actually the one that was talking, and I had to agree
sure.
with Lemon. You did
Of course you do.
interrupt.
It's about you.
You did interrupt me. I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm not
We're
attacking
not
you.
fighting.
But I'm telling you, you did interrupt me right when you came into the room. So all you have to do is just like, yeah, I did it, and we all
So,
will
so
will respect you more, because I
I don't
love this.
want your respect, though.
Nay,
That's the
I'm talking
difference.
to you right now, so just don't get back at me before I'm done.
I'm not
I
getting back
actually,
to you. I'm
I
just letting
actually
you know I
love,
don't want your
I
respect.
actually love this, Jeremy. But you
I
are
don't.
not, you are not
But
helping right now. You are making me change my thought because you
but
interrupted
but
me again,
but
and
that's
you're not even
okay.
letting me give you a compliment.
But I don't. But here's you know
And I know
you
you
get.
don't want it. I know you don't want it
Yeah,
because you don't need it
it's
from me.
it's
But
not
but
it's
but
not
just
it's
be
not about
quiet
that.
for 1 second. Just
It's
be
not
quiet
about.
for one
I
second.
heard
And
what you
just
said.
listen.
I
Just
heard what
listen
you
Yeah.
for
said.
1 minute.
Hey, can I
Go
Jeremy,
jump in
ahead.
it's
real? Go ahead.
okay to be wrong sometimes. You don't have to be right always.
I'm very aware that I do not need to be right.
Okay.
I'm very
Okay.
aware of that.
And
But
it's
I have to.
okay. So
I have to let you know that I am not in the mood to be on a stage and have everybody come up here and tell me you know what your problem is, because my problem is I don't have a problem right now. I'm enjoying myself. I'm trying to lace up my shoes right. I'm not thinking about what you think about my problem. That's the difference is I don't care. I like to have
I don't either.
conversations. I like to have conversations with people. I like to have one-on-ones, but I'm not looking for your advice about me, as though I'm not trying to give you advice about you. We're talking about a topic. So I don't need a life coach.
Hear
I
me.
don't need
We are not trying to give you an advice. Trust me. The last thing I want to do is be coaching you or coaching
okay.
anyone. Okay.
Okay.
So even though I had that title, I don't want to be coaching you. So the only thing
Are
we
you a
were
life
saying,
coach?
no, I'm not a life coach. The only thing that we were saying is that you did interrupt when you came into the room, and that's all you have to say. Hey, you know what? Yes, I did, and that's fine. Because you know what? Sometimes we do it. Sometimes I may do it myself. And it's okay to accept when we are wrong. You know? It's okay. It doesn't matter how many
I don't think
millions
I'm
you
wrong.
made yesterday or today.
I
That
don't
that's
think
it's
I'm
not gonna
saying.
make you less to say, yeah, I interrupt
I don't
the
like
conversation.
that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to explain right now is like it's like you're trying to give me some anti behavior message on how to act and like
And nah.
but you did.
Nah.
And that's
You
fine.
act
You can
whatever
do
you
that.
want. You know what? You do whatever you want
I
because
do.
it doesn't matter to me. Like I don't give it 1 cent what you do. Period.
Then you just spent 7 minutes and 37 seconds giving me 1 cent.
Okay,
So
dude, I'm done.
Hey,
if
can
you
I jump
didn't
in real
care,
quick?
you wouldn't say, yeah, sure, go ahead.
It's interesting to me, right? It's just human relations in general. If people are in a good space, why do we have to keep on pushing the envelope, talk about old shit, right? I'm actually enjoying this conversation with Jeremy right now.
Bro,
I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the conversation last night with Jeremy. I think
that's all I'm
this is
saying. It's
I
like,
it's
enjoyed
bro,
the
like it's
like
a
conversation last night with
Me
Jeremy.
too. We
Yeah,
are.
I made sure that's in the podcast. That's up there on
yeah.
Spotify. That's everywhere. I enjoyed that conversation with Jeremy last night.
Now,
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, that was a good conversation. But even now, like
like why
sometimes
are we
not meant to
talking
bring up
about
old
like
shit.
yeah, just try to imagine that every time you had a conversation, people were like, oh, you know what you need to do? I'm like, no, I don't know what I need to do. I need you to focus on the topic at hand and we can have a conversation. Like, I don't need life coaching. That just so we understand. I have one pet peeve in life. One. Seriously. That is a coach. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, or full who tries to life coach other people.
Now
So
we're
I'm
not
just
trying to
like,
life coach you though, bro. I think you got it wrong, man. I'm just trying to tell you that a lot of times when you come in rooms, right? You
Yeah, but that's
let
old
me let
shit.
me ask you
Let it
something,
let it
brother.
be.
Let me ask you something, brother. Have you ever like in a room?
many times, many times.
Okay, have I ever even told you?
I mean, I don't really be around you like that, but you came
Do
in
you know what?
spaces and acted like a dick where I was at.
Right, but have I ever told you your? I've seen,
You probably
but I've seen you. I don't care enough to address you like that. It's not my business how you're feeling in the moment. It's not my business to address how you're feeling in any given moment. It's not my business to understand how you're feeling about a specific. It's just not my business. Therefore, I don't address it. I don't address people until they address me. That's it. Like, really, honestly, I want you to think of every single argument or every single conversation that's ever been had. And please tell me where I just go out of my way to start a fight. Name me one. You please just one.
So I was listening to the podcast the other day. It was probably like last week or a week or two ago, and you just started calling everybody in the room brokies. And then like towards the end of the podcast, you said, the only reason people that really come here is because Grant Cardone's here. If he never came here, nobody would come here. And I'm like, why would you even say like why? What is the reason for you making these statements?
Okay, I'll tell you. You want to tell the reason I'm making that statement? Because I didn't believe anybody in that moment. First of all, the reason I made that statement because they kept kicking me down every time I would open my mouth. Okay, first of all. Second of all, I didn't believe there was anybody on that stage at that moment that warranted driving traffic, and I made a statement that made sense in that moment because there was nobody on that stage bigger than him at that moment to garner that type of audience at that moment. Not talking about Jonathan or him because they weren't even in the room. I'm talking about the truth is people came to that specific segment because Grant Cardone was there having a conversation. That's why there was more people in the room at that moment, right? So what I said is actually quite accurate. It was an attack. It didn't become an attack until somebody kept throwing me down and that type. Yes or no?
I mean, I don't totally agree with you.
You don't have to agree. That's the good
Yeah.
thing about debate the news is you don't have to agree with me. We don't have to agree to each other. We don't have to even see eye to eye. That's the good point about having a debate. But you know what the good thing is? The even better thing is that you can have a conversation with me and not like me, not feel comfortable around me, get angry, but you don't have to insult somebody to get your point across. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like you. It's just that sometimes you come into space and you just make it where it's not fun anymore.
Well, maybe it's not fun to you, but maybe to other listeners, it's interesting.
I mean, ask somebody else.
Sure. Maybe you should probably listen, maybe ask the listeners, not people who sit on the same stage over and over night in an echo chamber. Because here's the thing, there's the big difference is this, and I'm just going to be very honest with you for a second here. If this was you and this was me, and me and you were sitting on a stage in front of 2,000 people, right? Okay. Are you listening to me? And what's your name again?
The God.
The God. Me and you were on stage, okay? And we were having a conversation, right? And there were 2,000 people on that stage, right? Listening. By the end by the end of our conversation, and we're not talking intellectually, we're talking about entertainment now, okay? By the time we were done with that conversation, who do you think they would remember?
You tell me.
Me. It's obvious,
Why?
me.
What's that?
Because I understand the psyche, intellectual properties it takes to become viral. I understand what it takes to be entertaining. I understand what it takes to garner attention. I understand those things about people on a specific level every single day. So every time I open up my mouth, whether you think I'm not listening to what I'm saying, I know exactly what I'm saying and how I'm saying it and how I'm delivering it and exact effect I'm going to get after I open my mouth.
I
I mean,
mean,
everybody
I'm
remembers a
happy you feel
5-year-old
that
that
way.
throws a temper tantrum, and
What's
everybody
that?
remembers a class clown.
Say it again.
Everybody remembers a 5-year-old that throws temper tantrums, and everybody
Okay.
knows the class clown.
Yep. And where does the class clown usually end up comparative to the prom king?
Pretty
Class clown never
successful.
ends up as prom king.
Compared, he said compared to prom king. I gotta give him that. Class clowns they be making it out compared to the ones who was deep in them books. Just
Because
saying.
you know
Not
what you hear a
all of
lot
them,
about.
but just saying.
You say things like, you know what people say about you, and I'm like, you know what people say about you?
I 100% was the class clown. So I gotta agree with
Exactly.
that sentiment. I
That's why
was,
you lost all your
But I
damn
think
hair.
me.
so. I
No,
think that
I got a
there's
full. Actually, I got a full head of hair.
Damn.
I have a full
but I
head of
think
hair.
there's two I think there's two sides to this, right?
Sure.
So I get what Jeremy's saying in terms of who's going to be remembered. But I think there's two sides. I think yes, Jeremy has that. You know, people are going to listen to because he's with his actions and stuff like that. But then
That's
you
called
also
star
have
power.
a
It's a star power thing.
yes and no, Jeremy. Yes and no, because you got Skuld, who's very, very intelligent, and I think he is rememberable when people are going to be
Okay,
listening to the podcast.
let's
So
let's talk about that. Let's
there's
talk
two
about that.
sides to that. I
Let's
feel.
talk about that. Has Skull ever had 30 million friends on a social platform? Has Skull ever gone viral? Has Skull ever been on Good Morning America, Today Show, you know, you know, Tucker Carl, any of these type of things? Have you ever done any of these things?
No one has 30 million friends.
Well, I did. I was the number one artist in the entire world on MySpace when it existed. In fact, I was the very first song on Tom's
MySpace.
PlayStation. That's right. That's right.
MySpace. You gonna
That's
use
right.
MySpace? Or we gonna get that to you. We'll get that to you.
I'm just talking from the beginning. We can keep going. That's just the beginning.
Hey,
I
Jeremy
have
said he like Soldier Boy, man. He's the first to do it, man.
me and Soldier
Everybody
came
jumped
up
on
on
camera for
MySpace together,
that.
brother. I'm just letting you know this is what I do. Entertainment is what I do. I have 4 million followers on my Instagram. I have over 30 million views monthly on my Snapchat. I make over 250 to $500,000 a month just on content on Snapchat, right? I've been on everything from Good Morning America to Today's Show. I've launched multiple companies. I've built some of the biggest brands in the world compared to Snapchat, filters 3 billion people a day. I built products for Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, arguably, I'm the most entertaining no. And that's even out of Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone has sold real estate and done social media. I've done way more than Grant has done on a product side globally.
We literally never heard of you before Clubhouse.
That's because you're not in my realm. That's totally fine. Like Grant Cardone has never been on Good Morning America. Grant Cardone has never been on the Today Show. I'm just being honest. Like Grant Cardone is very, very famous for doing what Grant Cardone does, and that's selling courses. That's what Grant Cardone is known for. And I'm being very and I like Grant. I'm telling you the truth. Grant Cardone is known for selling courses. He's not known for selling some giant ass I'm just being real with y'all. Like if I could go toe to toe with Grant Cardone on any given level on a stage and have an argument back and forth, and it would go viral.
Hey, Jeremy, pause real
Is
quick.
that
Hey, Patriot Rob looked like the profile picture of every terrible comment you see on Facebook. I swear to
That's
God.
fine. Yo, I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Like, yo, go check my resume. Just because I'm not popular
Jeremy, I was just
on
listening to all these things. Have you ever thought about maybe doing a room and actually teaching people how you've obtained these skills?
I'm not interested in social audio.
No.
No, I just feel like, and I'm not hating on Nelson or Clubhouse or anything like that, or Chatter. I'm just not interested in that because it would be like the equivalently of like me going and putting up a YouTube channel, and reading all the comments and responding back and forth. That's what I
Well,
think.
I totally get it, and thanks for sharing that.
But that's why I have a
I heard
podcast, though. That's why I have a podcast.
the background, and I was thinking, how awesome would that be if you had someone that could lead like you and teach people how to be entertaining?
But you can't teach people how to be entertaining. You
But
you
the
literally
technical side of it, the things that you've done, the experience that you have.
the things that I've done, and I know nobody believes this, but if you literally take a minute and I've done, I have done some like incredible. I mean, I'm a kid who came from absolutely nothing, who became the biggest artist in the world on MySpace, then signed to Puff, had 4 or 5 platinum records, one big record with me and Pitbull. I've got records everybody right, right? I left that, then like built a platform called Ping Tank, which was sorry, you're on mute, which was then built into Facebook to 3 billion users, then built another company with me and Rob Gronkowski, which became the non-intrusive ad units for Twitch and Discord, right? Then built Fuego with me and Young Thug. built that inside of Snapchat, and now I'm building Echo with me and Will Smith. I mean, I don't know anybody doing that. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
letting
We
you
can
land.
hear you now.
The
We can hear you.
confidence for me.
I mean, y'all might
The
not
confidence.
like
Be
it,
careful
and
bringing up Young Thug. Lil Woody gonna
why?
tell on you.
Who gonna tell on me?
Lil Woody.
I don't know who that is. Like, I don't know who that is. And if Jeff
You
wants to
don't know
call
about
me,
Lil Woody and the
Jeff,
YSL tribe?
if I don't know who that is, Jeff can call me if Jeff wants to talk to me.
Cuz.
Jeffrey.
I call him Jeff. You might call him Jeffrey, but I call him Jeff. Like,
I call him Jeffrey.
okay, well, get him on the phone
And
and ask him what I call him.
give me a second. We're going to three-way.
You ain't getting Jeffrey on the phone.
So Jeremy, what's your
Actually, he's banned from Atlanta, so you're right.
You ain't getting on him no phone call. Stop these
hold
much.
on now? Somebody just got caught on their cap. Well, who was that?
No, no,
Jeremy
no, no.
J?
Ain't no call, no cap. Hold on.
Okay, call you okay, I'll tell you what. You call Jeff right now and get him on the phone.
I'm
Jeremy, claims are you making?
I was the biggest artist in the world on MySpace. It's fact. You could literally like right now you can say, yo, let me tell you how big I was. If you go look up Jeremy Green's MySpace right now, there are still 200,000 followers on my account. Pat, go look
Bro, I
yourself.
hadn't thought about MySpace since like high school in the 90s.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I
understand
I
that,
looked like
but
Salma Hayek on my MySpace. It's not the same case now, Jeremy. For
it
real,
doesn't
for
have.
real.
It doesn't have to be. I should make more money than I ever did now than I did when I was on MySpace. I'm just saying, like I invented this. This is what I
so I'm saying, Jeremy, you said I'm saying, so what's up? Is it you or Soldier Boy? Because a lot of what you saying sound like Soldier Boy. So what's up? Was it
it's
you
the
that did
people,
the MySpace thing?
the
Because no,
people
no,
that
no, no,
came.
hold on, hear me out. Because I want you.
I'll tell you who came up on MySpace. Ready?
Okay, was it you or
It was,
Soldier Boy? Let's
it was
keep just
me.
get
It was
that clear.
me. It was me. Soldier Boy, Rome Republic, Drake, Tila Tequila. Um, there were like a few others, but those are the top like people who really came off MySpace.
Okay,
So
okay,
you were
But
rocking with
obviously,
Soldier Boy?
they were way bigger than me, obviously, artists,
okay.
because
So
like I
who
stopped doing music.
who had the iPhone first? You or Soldier Boy?
I
Does
don't
he
know.
really hold that stat?
I
Yeah,
so,
okay.
so I mean, I know Soldier well. Soldier owes me $20,000 actually. Now that I
Damn,
think
bro.
about it,
I be on TikTok live with him on a regular, bro. You
Soldier
should
owes
come
me
in there and
tell.
you should come claim your 20K, bro.
Who owes me 20K because I booked him for
I'm gonna
an
call him
event.
out on that for you, and
I,
I'm gonna record what he say.
I booked him for an event. We did a party on New Year's Eve, and him and his friends came. We rented this mansion party for a New Year's Eve event. It was actually hosted by Randy Jackson from American Idol, which is bizarre. He was
That's a
popping
no for me,
bottles.
dog.
He was popping bottles and spraying all over the bedroom and the whole house. So I had to like pay $20,000 and every grand.
No, but hey, be
What's
honest.
up?
Name somebody who, but hey, but Jeremy in Hollywood, name somebody he does not owe.
That's what he owes everybody. Soldier owes everybody.
Soldier Boy owe
Yeah,
Soldier
everybody
owes
money.
everybody. You know? But
At least he don't owe
yo,
50 money.
that's probably true. But
At least
Soldier
he don't
Boy,
owe 50.
but in Soldier's like defense, Soldier was the first one to ever do it. So one of the first viral people ever. Like Crank That was one of the very first ever viral moments in history of hip hop. To be honest with you, just to be honest.
Yo, the crank
So
that era, Jeremy, the crank that era was literally monumental. I gotta give Soldier Boy that. He'll forever have that, bro. The crank that era was different.
Soldier Boy, I'm gonna be straight up. Like Soldier Boy really lit up Atlanta in a way that no one had did outside of the R&B side. Well, y'all had Outkast, but you really had like Atlanta was really known for like Babyface, LaFace Records. It was known for TLC and Usher. You know, 112. I mean, y'all had Atlanta had a lot of great R&B acts that came out of Atlanta. I'll tell you that. Like
but
that was.
you do have a point with a viral moment about Soulja Boy because
Mhm.
he's the one that created the whole run and gun music videos. He was the one that made everybody go pick up a camera and say, "Skip, we about to go do it." Now, when it came
No,
to what you just said,
really who did that was a guy named Rage who did all his videos. This guy named Dale Roslini, who was a very good friend of mine. He did that for a very, very long time. So he was the one who did all the Soldiers' first videos. A guy named Dale Roslini. They call
of
him
course,
Rage. That was
of
really
course.
Rage who kind of set that, to be honest with you.
No, no,
But
I agree. But
Soldier and a few of us, we had those flip out and out and plug it in and dump it in your computer. I mean, bro, we had been
mm,
a long time. Like, that's why, like, I mean, bro, bro, there were days where I would get 200,000 people hitting my MySpace page, like a day.
no, but
Like, that's,
what I was gonna tell you is like I would not say that he blew up Atlanta in that era because you still had like people like Little John that was still going at the time.
but Little
Ti
John
and
was really, but really, Soldier Boy, I think Soldier Boy came out before John, to be honest with you. John was a
mm,
DJ.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, I'm quite positive, actually. Yep, quite positive.
I'm at yeah, ChatGPT. I'll go do that.
You pull it up. Let me see. You gotta do it, or Little John. I think Little John was like a
Not
DJ at the
John, bro. Are
time,
you
right?
serious?
Little
Come
John
on,
been out in
Jeremy.
Atlanta for a long time.
Come
Exactly.
on,
Yeah, but
Jeremy.
I
You
don't
old
know if
enough
it's
to
as
know
like
that
I
one.
don't know. I don't know if it's a popular artist. So I think Soldier was popular before Little. I could be wrong.
No, bro. Come on.
Let's look it up.
Oh,
ChatGPT. Come on, let's look that shit
look,
up.
look it up. I
So
promise.
I think the difference between Soldier Boy and Lil
Lil
Jon.
Jon was popular first in the 1990s and the early 2000s.
100%.
Soldier Boy
But
came
he was
out.
popular as a DJ, not
No,
as
no,
an
no, no,
artist.
no, no. I'm looking at it right now. Lil Jon and Eastside Boys came out Bia in 2001. Crank That came out in 2007.
Yeah, bro. Soldier Boy and Crew been. I'm not Soldier Boy. I'm sorry. Lil Jon and Crew been wrecking shit way before Soldier Boy came along.
But the longevity
Yeah,
for
but not
Soldier
on a
Boy is there.
global level. Maybe in Atlanta, but not on a global level. I don't think. Let me. I'm gonna
I
double
mean,
check that. Hold on.
I would say this. I'll be honest, depending where you're from, because we all know that the East Coast and West Coast, anytime the Southern music came out, they like, ugh, what is this? But people
That is
from
true.
Yeah,
That
we
is
were like,
true.
we were like, when I was in the East Coast, we would hear that Atlanta shit. We'd be like, what? Unless it was like R&B, you know what I mean? Then we'd be like, all right,
yeah, and
R&B.
because
They
and
got
I
Atlanta
can
a
see
lot.
your viewpoint on the R because that's more at that time for
But
y'all,
even
the East
still
Coast
to
and
this
West Coast.
day, the music that's coming out of Atlanta is trash. I
It's straight hot
mumble
garbage,
rap
bro.
shit.
Thank you.
But I would
Hot
say this.
garbage.
But I would say this though, with Lil Jon and stuff like that, depending what area of the state you're from, like the Midwest and the South and stuff like that, when you play Lil Jon and Eastside Boys, be a or we some headbusters and stuff like that, yeah, you might want to get at that party.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Bro, you let
But they weren't breaking records from Atlanta. If you want to break a record, you had to go to New York. Or you had to go to LA at that time because there were only two stations that could really get it done. There's
I would
Power
think
106 and Hot 97, right?
I would say
There's
this.
like those are the two.
I would say you are
Yeah, okay,
right,
go ahead.
but to a certain extent, on a global status, yes, you are right. But you gotta realize you have people like Slim Thug, you have people like
Damn, she
Paul
says
Wall,
Slim Thug. That's
Paul
crazy.
Slim
yo
Thug and
Slim Thug.
Paul
It's like
Wall.
Paul Wall
Well,
know
Mike
them.
Jones. Who?
Eh, Mike John, but you gotta realize with them,
So that was, by the
they
way, all those guys, they all got popping in the TVT record days, by the way. All those dudes, Pitbull, Lil Jon, Mike Jones, they were all from TVT days.
but I just I was gonna say this right. People in Houston feel like they don't need to leave Houston and blow up. And a lot of them didn't because they don't believe in the word end quote kissing ass and stuff like that. People that was in Atlanta, they a little bit different. They believe in yes, I gotta go to the West Coast and East Coast to live. I mean to explore. People in the South and definitely in Texas, it's like if you want me, come see me. Paul Wall, he was a little bit different. He went to the Grammys, he went to the Oscars, he went to go shake hands and stuff like that. But people like Paul Wall and what's his name,
But
Millionaire and
still,
stuff.
but Soldier was still the king of the internet. And that, like,
Yes, you agree. I
okay,
agree.
let's say the fact. So maybe, listen, maybe he was out first. Soldier was still killing him on the internet, period. Like, Soldier was like the king of the internet.
Killing
He
who?
was
He
a king of
was.
mine. He was definitely that guy on MySpace for sure he
Oh
No,
was.
heck,
no, no,
would you
no.
say
I'll
he was
play
killing
this.
them?
So, no. So the
He
reason why he
was
was killing,
killing them on the internet. He was
no,
killing them on the
no,
internet.
no, because Soulja Boy is the king of you don't need a budget to blow up.
Because that's, well, listen, this is good marketing. Let's talk about marketing. So the way Soldier, and and this is for anybody, and this should go back to understanding like why I say the things that I say in certain rooms, and hopes you understand. For instance, like Bad Baby put out a record right now, right? Bad Baby put out a record, sampled Kanye's voice, started talking about Travis Barker's daughter. The way she did that shit was brilliant as fuck. Now I think she's garbage, right? But she used Kanye's voice. She rapped to make it sound like in a snippet to make it sound like Kanye was on the beat. She made a whole record on right. Then mentioned like Travis Scott's daughter, all that, and then went at them. And now, if you woke up this morning, everybody. It's not about what you say. It's about how you say it and how you do these specific things. Like right, I can
He could definitely
Yeah, he definitely
Oh,
froze.
where'd it go?
froze up like like you see the ghost. What?
Red light, green light.
Hey,
That's okay. God just giving us a break right now.
Look at God.
This is
Jeremy,
the
hey,
the
listen,
Jeremy
Jeremy,
show. He could
the way
have
he's
his show,
froze right
right?
now.
He could have his own show, the Jeremy show. That's
Oh
it.
my God, no, definitely could have his own show. The way he was frozen though, that was hilarious.
Nah, but
He will attract his own people. Some will
Listen,
like it,
Ron, let me
some
tell
won't
you
like
something.
it, but it will be a show.
This is the only thing y'all good for. That's about it.
What
Canada Dry is
Yeah,
funny.
I'm
what
letting you know right
what
now.
what are
Hey,
This
you
is about
saying?
all y'all good for right here. Okay,
What?
And
it's the
Canadian
best
bacon.
Canada Dry. That's about the
You
best.
know, I said it to my husband the other day. I used to buy Canada Dry when I lived in Jamaica. Did you know it's not even a Jamaican product? It was made by Coke. It's made by Coke. It's not Canada Dry.
No, I know,
You
I
see,
know.
they try to steal. They want to steal everything, even our name.
No, they saying Canada is dry. Don't go.
Oh God.
Well,
Oh God.
chat,
They throwing shots at y'all without
chat.
showing it.
Straight
That
shot.
doesn't make any sense because we have more water than you. So I don't know how that's an
They
Actually,
say
that
it's
makes sense
oxymoron.
dry.
in the summer
They ain't
hall.
talking
No, no,
about
not
water.
no, no, no. They ain't talking about it. It's about got dry as in no flavor.
That's oxymoron, man.
I
Canada
want
is
to
not
Devon.
dry. If I look outside, I see pure water. Go ahead, guys. Make Canada.
Devon.
Yep.
Hey,
I
did you
wish
say
I could
Drake?
cam up. For some reason, my camera isn't working right now.
Make
But
Canada wet again. Ain't
I just
happening.
want to say I just posted an article I found on X talking about how Trump is going to annex Canada and change its name to Gay North Carolina. What do you think about that?
Oh
That's
Gay
crazy.
North
wow.
Dakota. Gay North
What?
Dakota.
Gay North? We're not even gay over here. What you talking about?
First of all,
You can want
ain't neither
anybody.
there.
If you want anybody straighter than me, something is wrong with your head, man.
Well, we already know that part.
I'm just playing. Y'all safe up there in Canada. We ain't gonna come after
You know,
you.
yeah, I agree with you, Andrew, and I'm going to talk
but
to you soon because even today, yesterday, the officials met with the U.S. officials, and those people over there are saying it's like they're not ready yet for this tariff thing. So even Trump came out and said it this week, but his people are saying differently. They don't have no plans on paper yet, man. It's a
let me tell you
concept.
something. If the plan for Canada is anything like what that animated AI video looks like for Gaza, shoot, y'all better be happy to be 51.
Well,
That's right.
we had we had the Trump Tower in Vancouver, and they took the signs off
And you see the
four
golden
years ago.
statue plan for
Well,
Gaza?
we had that in Vancouver, and they took the sign off years ago, and
Uh,
in Toronto.
New
So
one
we
on the
don't
way.
want it. We
But you
already,
know, people just pay to use his name, though.
yeah, right. So
Yeah.
there was a Trump Tower in Vancouver, one in Toronto. They just changed the damn name. So we already rejected Trump. I don't
A
know.
new one is on
Let
the way. Don't worry.
Gaza will be happy, but let him go to Gaza. That's it. Okay,
A new one.
why are we talking about Trump?
We not. Ooh,
I think
wait.
Trump is, yeah,
This
Trump.
thing.
Jeremy's like Trump, man. Jeremy just comes in sometimes like a wrecking ball. He's not telling the truth. Sometimes he just comes in here and shouts. But today he was good. I've seen him like this before, though. He has this side of him which is really inspirational. He was in a room one
Uh-huh.
day and he was giving some inspirational stuff and he was talking about the business. That Jeremy is a Jeremy. When he comes into a room like this, I just tune him out. I had him a while ago on white noise while I create my legacy over here.
I know
So
that's right.
that part. So
I'm over here
I ain't
creating
gonna
lunch
hold
over
you.
here.
Um, Allowing him to play the victim.
That was getting to me something bad.
That
I
part.
don't know about the rest of you. He comes into rooms, he throws a hand grenade after hand grenade, and then now he just everybody's attacking Jeremy. Get the that shit. I'm
That's true.
sorry. Like you see people who come to add value, who come to share their experience, to share their expertise. Shout out to Scold. He just joined the crew. He comes in, lays down his facts, rebuttals a little bit, but like personalities that cut people off and make a business of calling people peasants and talking down to people and like talking to people reckless. That's your brand. Who will be kidding? Like he built a brand of being a demon, coming into a room and trying to make himself the center of attention from the moment he gets there, and then talking down on people. I respectfully, I'm gonna call a spade, and that is a club. Like I'm just, I'm not,
You're going to
I'm
rest?
not with it.
Ah, okay.
So I ain't hating on
Close
nobody,
the door
but
if I
but
talk
I
you
but
don't
I
hear.
but I ain't good. I ain't good with people playing the victim and just acting like people attack them for no reason. I don't see that happen to nobody. So
Hey man, that's Jeremy, man. We take it. You take what you get. You take what you get. You take what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Luis, are
Came
you a
in,
Leo?
hanging out.
Luis, are you a
1,000%,
Leo?
the first day
What?
of the Leo, July 23rd.
I knew you was a Leo. So if I cuss you out today, are you gonna remember it tomorrow?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
hold it
care
against
tomorrow,
you.
but I'm gonna remember.
I'm gonna remember it, but I ain't gonna hold it against you. I've been cursed out all my life.
Don't
All my
don't
life
hold
I
it
had to fight.
against me.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Shoot, curse you out right now in about 20 minutes. I ain't
Exactly. Just wait for it.
forget tomorrow.
I'm holding it against you for life.
Oh, I
That's
know you.
messed up, the guy.
That's a fact. And I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get my lick back eventually.
And I ain't gonna hold you yet. Depending on what it is, I'm gonna let you marinate on that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then you gonna come home one day, and as soon as you sit on the toilet, all your pipes gonna burst in your house.
Yeah, bro.
He ain't gonna know what the hell going on. Yeah, see, I ain't gonna do something to where you get me on some attempted murder or something. Nah, I'm gonna make your life miserable. You understand what I'm saying? Your damn driveway from the K in, you feel me? Your pool finna start leaking out the blue. Yeah, nah,
Hey,
I'm
not the
gonna
pool,
forgive
bro.
you.
Come on.
Yeah, my level of petty is outrageous. But I've done my best as I've grown older to turn it down.
That's because you're a Leo. We're petty.
Oh man, I
My
don't.
brother taught me how to be petty, man. That man took he opened up my sister boom box growing up and unwired the speakers and put it all back together. So you turn it on, everything working just fine, but you ain't hearing yo. Ever since then, yeah, don't push me there because I I will really make your life miserable. I will have every Indian from here all the way down to deep South India calling your phone 24/7 nonstop till you have to change your number. Don't play with me, okay? I'm so serious. You will be getting telemarketer calls from sun up to sundown.
But with all that aside, man, I think y'all got to give him. Y'all got to give Jeremy a break, man. Ain't gonna lie, man. This guy's funny as hell, man.
Hey man,
Periodically, it's kind of good to have him around. I ain't gonna lie.
let me tell you something,
Once in a
man.
while.
Jeremy is Jeremy, right? I ain't got no problem with Jeremy, right? But I also ain't finna sit here and act like he don't himself, bro. Like, what the hell? This morning session with Jeremy was dope, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like,
Hey,
bro.
y'all don't want to believe me, but I think the brother just want to be included, man. That's only it.
What, bro? Jeremy is a successful person, bro. Like I know
I
he.
know, but it doesn't mean nothing.
No, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. And what you just said is definitely something I picked up on. But I'm not gonna sit here and diagnose the guy. But at the end of the day, I also ain't to sit here and hold your hand either when you walking into the fire and yelling at the fact that you're getting burned.
And the issue for me is if we sitting here talking about AR-15s, I don't want to talk about what you was doing when you was a social media star and all that. It's the question. The conversation's not about you.
Hey,
In
Why we end up talking
1993.
about you?
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
Like you.
Pause. Hello.
That's what I'm trying to
Big
say. Pause.
pause.
No didn't.
Why the fuck do I want to sit here for an hour and talk about you? Seriously.
Super serious.
Hey man,
Yo, Marty Bird, where you at like that, man? What city you at?
I'm at my house, fool.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm on the grill,
Are
man. I'm
you
at
grilling?
Hey, let's go.
What you grilling? A hot dog?
a hot dog. Come on, man. I got me a 5-piece of steak right here. I got a few
That
more.
was a Trump reference.
I got a few. No glizzies over here, but I got a few more on the grill. Listen, I'm just having me some lunch right here, sitting out here chatting it up with y'all, having me some steaks. I ain't even bring a fork down here, but
Did,
it's
Golly,
all
did you
where you
good.
going
did
with that?
Mm.
did you just say you got some you you say you got some more glizzies coming?
No, I said ain't no glizzies coming, but damn, I did that. But no, that AR conversation was great. I don't know if Patriot Rob is still in here, but that whole entire gun conversation was like seriously legit. Oh my god, it's so good.
What cut did you get, Marty?
There's some T-bones. They a thin cut. Thick
Hey,
cuts
but
in the oven right now.
hey
Before I
Marty,
come throw them
You
on the
got it at
grill.
HEB?
Listen, I be at HEB, the meat market, and sometimes I go to Tom Thumb and get me.
Pause.
hey, so what you said, but they said about the whole gun thing. I think a lot of people fail to realize the way stuff is going on today. People don't. They not even half these people not even worried about just trying to use a gun. They gonna use whatever the hell they can get, whatever they can get their hand on. People today mental is not there today.
Damn, Tonio, what did you just say, bro? I missed that.
No, I said that people fail to realize that the whole gun thing. People, if they can't get their hand on a semi-automatic, they gonna use something, no matter what it is.
They're gonna use a pistol.
Sonya, what state you in?
Um, you said what?
What state are you in?
I'm in right now. I'm in Georgia, but I'm from Texas though.
Either way, so you the guns are like water. Guns are like underwear. Like every household should have one.
Yes, it's we say a joke in Texas. Don't think about trying to try to rob an old white lady. She might shoot you.
Man, that's why that
Everybody.
stay cool. Stay cool. See, I'm from New York. Originally from New York. I've been living in Atlanta or Georgia for like 15 years. But I did some. I was in the military. But I learned here, or in Georgia, don't use your horn. Leave your horn alone, right? Because some of the craziest people, the old lady might have a shotgun or a 9mm right there. Road rage is real. But yeah, there's different aggression here. There's some things you can't get away with living in the South.
No, because everything's about respect. But you got these new people moving to the south, thinking that this is acceptable. It's like you riding on my ass, now I realize I'm about to throw some at your car, or you trying to hunk
Yeah,
at somebody, or you hunking at somebody, trying to tell them to go when there's traffic. Or where the hell we gonna go? We all stuck in the same spot. Like I never in my life been hunked on, or my ass been
Hey
right
man,
on, huh?
I'm so sorry. I got a side question. Anyone of y'all got young kids in here? Anybody in here got young kids?
yeah,
Any of you
yes,
men got young kids in here? No, nobody.
I do,
Yeah, I got a
I
5 year
do.
old. So,
You got a 5-year-old, Lennon?
yeah,
Man, look, bro. I'm gonna share this with y'all, but I've been getting so I'm super excited, right? But at the same time, nervous as hell, boy. About to have my first.
yeah. She
Oh, that's
pregnant?
what's up. Congratulations.
You said what now?
She pregnant?
Not yet, but boy, look at here.
Yeah, you working on it?
Boy, look at here. Huh.
Hey, let's go, man.
You're eating
So
too much steak, Marty. You gotta
Yeah, you
stop.
you gonna need another steak, man,
You
for that
gotta
energy,
stop.
bro.
You gotta
bro,
stop eating steak.
you say what?
When you eat steak, you won't have any kids.
What the
I'm
hell?
just joking.
I was about to say, wait a minute. But
Pulling your legs.
My son eating steak.
you really just broke my heart this day, Miss Yvonne. But nah, man, I've been like super nervous, but at the same time like super excited. I'm like, it's about to be a whole journey.
Hey, Marty, you let me know, man, when that kid, when you get that result, man, I got a cigar for you, man. One of them good one too, bro.
Yes, sir. Boy, look at here, look at here. This a fine ass steak.
So let me ask you a question, Marty. You want a baby girl or baby boy, man? Which one?
Let
Which
me
one
tell
do
you
you want
something.
first?
I want a boy. The world will be in trouble if I have a girl first. But the most perfect thing the Lord could bless me with is twins. One boy, one girl, same time. Woo! Lord Jesus.
Hey, I'm gonna take that back, bro. You ready for it?
Mm.
You know, I had the same conversation with my homie when my very first kid was born, was about to be born, rather. And I can tell you that the one wish you have, man, is for a healthy kid, bro.
Well,
My kid
that
is now
too. That's
15. Yeah, yeah, you know.
numero uno. I can care less if it's a boy or a girl, bro. Health is wealth. You know what I'm saying? There's my sister, my older sister, her last child, came out with Down syndrome. First person in our whole family. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, whoa. You know, not nothing wrong. I love that little man. But that was the first time I was like, this is for real. You know what I mean? So health, absolutely. But no matter how my child come out, shoot, that's my child. I'm gonna love them till the wheels fall off. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But heck yeah.
Hey, what I was gonna say is, I hope y'all people that's fathers with girls, are y'all ready to pay for that wedding when she get married?
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
I had this conversation on X yesterday, and they was like, "How much should a man pay for the wedding?" I said, "You mean her father?"
You mean her daddy? We don't practice that no more. That's not practice no more. We don't do that stuff no more. It's
I
how
mean, I think Mark Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, they kids marry each other, and Eddie Murphy told Martin that he already paid for 3 weddings already, so he got to pay for that one.
it's crazy how they kids ended up together. It was damn near inevitable.
That's the crazy part. But in
Crazy work.
Hollywood, I ain't gonna lie to you. In Hollywood, there's so many different celebrity people dating each other. Celebrities
Uh-huh.
dating each other.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. About to bust down one more of these. Where'd everybody go? Who all up in here still, man?
Yo, I like that pergola, Marty. You made that yourself?
Nah, I used to do these down in Florida, like damn near every other weekend. But nah, not this one. I ain't built this. I built many like it, but not this one. It's
Yeah,
like
Marty, let me ask you a random question about Kodak Black, man. What's going on with this guy, man? Is this guy stable in his mind?
Yo,
Let's definitely ask Marty this question.
Saka,
Yes.
man,
So
I
do you know him?
lost cause, bro. Lost cause, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lost
Figured
cause.
you knew him or you knew somebody that knew him or whatever.
No, 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 no. I never. Mm. And I just burned my finger. No, no, no. I never knew Kodak personally or nothing like that. But that's drugs, bro. That's them hard drugs, bro. That's them hard drugs. That's what happens. You know how it is down in Miami, bro. They be on them super hard drugs, bro. And I lost a good, not lost a good homeboy, but we stopped talking. A good homeboy I met in college. You know, he stayed with me for a few years and everything. He went down there, got hooked on a lot of them drugs, and he just went crazy. Like them. bro, it's different down there. And Kodak, unfortunately, he ain't, since he came out, he never had the right people around him. Kodak Black never had the right people around him. That's why he was in and out of jail in the beginning of his career. That's what threw everything off for Kodak, bro. Kodak was on a uprise like no other. You got Drake featuring you out the gate, all this stuff. You music video, Chris Brown. That bro, come on, bro. Kodak came out water swinging, but he had a bunch of junkies around him, bro. Man, in and out of jail. Now look at him, like look like he on crack every time you see him. Hard crack.
Yeah, the guy sounds like he can't. Well, he can't make a sentence. Like he's incoherent. He's moving a certain way. Like I'm not getting that, bro. This is really, really unfortunate for the
That's the thing,
community, man.
bro. That's the thing about in the music industry. You see so many artists go down like that. They come out, they get all this money, and they keep the same, friends that they've been rolling with because they believe that that's the right thing to do. These be my day ones, da da da. But a lot of times they ain't got your best interest. They just want to make some money. They don't give a damn if you crash out. They just want to make some money, and that's exactly what happened. Look at them now. Look at them now. Man, sitting on the street eating a plate of food, looking like a junkie. Mm-mm. That's them drugs, bro. Can't be messing with them drugs, man. Mm-hmm. Damn. Sitting up here eating in front of y'all and shit. Feeling like Grant
And you
Cardone.
good? Yeah, Grant Cardone, man.
Grant come on here every night and eating something. Ah. But I've cut back a lot. Shoot. What time
Marty,
is it?
where are you?
I'm in Texas. I was just about to say it's 1:45 by me now. Dude, there was a point in my life, by 1:45, I've already had like 3 or 4 meals for the day.
Hilarious.
You got to say the great state of Texas, Martin. Thank you.
Absolutely the great state of Texas, the most beautiful, the big star, Dallas.
Man, all that's cap. Y'all lost to the Lakers the other day. Catch up.
Bro. I'm actually
Mute up, Nelson.
Catch
I'm
up.
not a Mavs fan. I go to their games, but I'm not a Mavs fan. I'm no Dallas team fan, as a matter of fact. I live here, so I go to, I'll go support, but nah, they got their ass whooped like they should have. I'll forever represent Lakers because I was a diehard Kobe fan from day one.
That's a smart
Yep.
man.
Bro, I'll
You
forever
know,
represent the Lakers. Even after LeBron is gone and they start going down the drain, I don't move around. But they
we're winning the
definitely,
championship. We're in the championship this year, right? Luca,
bro,
LeBron, Austin Reeves, moving,
dude, the
moving,
way Luka and Braun played this last game, man,
ball,
yo, they about to be
ball,
trouble,
ball.
trouble. Mm.
Chat don't know nothing about that.
You in the Matrix.
You don't
You
watch
don't know
basketball?
nothing about that girl. You don't want no smoke,
I,
chat.
I'm a Rockets fan. Okay,
The
You right?
Rockets suck.
that's right.
They
Hakeem
suck.
Olajuwon Rockets.
Man, miss me with that
Mutombo
Olajuwon.
Rockets.
Um,
Clyde Drexler Rockets.
You
Mario
guys hate that.
Ellie
You
Rockets.
hate Africans one day, the next day you like Olajuwon. Get fucking cap.
I live in Little Nigeria, like Houston's Little Nigeria. What you
it
mean?
sure is though.
Oh
Dallas is
my
becoming
gosh.
that too
You
now.
live you
But
live
my
with a bunch of
bestie's
Africans?
Debo. So
Oh man, I'm sorry for you. That's terrible.
yeah, we argue all the time.
I bet. I would
Wait, your
argue with you
boyfriend
too if
African
I
chat?
lived next to you. I would argue with you all day, Chad.
I know you would with your crazy ass.
Yo, I
But
used to
notice Marty didn't go for the Mavericks. Are you a Cowboys fan?
hell
I'm
no.
concerned.
No, I'm a Saints fan. No. I'm a Saints fan. See, like when I lived in
You have no loyalty anywhere, Marty. How are you a Lakers fan, a Saints
that's okay.
fan?
Listen, I grew up. Look,
You
let me tell
sounded like Nelson out here
they
in
were the
these
first
streets.
team. I didn't have cable growing up, so when I first got cable for the first time, the Saints were the first team I watched. I fell in love with it. I've been a Saints fan ever since then. I was like fourth, fifth grade when I first got cable for the first time. You understand what I'm saying? So when I lived in Tampa, I went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers games, but the one game that I never missed was the Saints. here in Dallas. I go to some Cowboys games just cause, but the game that I won't miss is the Saints game. You know what I'm saying? The Mavs, the
When I
Lakers.
lived in
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
well, no, when I lived in DC, I went to the Cowboys game, and there were more people. It was Cowboys and Redskins, and there were more Cowboys fans than Redskin fans. That was the weirdest thing to me. I
Yeah,
Cowboys.
was
that's
literally
because we
in
sucked.
DC.
We sucked for a long time. This was our best time.
Oh,
No one goes to. Come on, man. It's
I was just
you're in
about to say
DC.
they've been bad for a long time.
Yeah, we've been bandwagon Ravens fans.
That is true. The
The Cowboys
Redskins
will
ain't been good
outnumber.
in a long time. Go ahead, Kev.
No, I was going to say the Cowboys will outnumber 90% of the teams in the NFL in their stands. Cowboys got a great following.
Yeah, no, they do. They
Well,
really
they're
do.
trash.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they definitely trash. But then again, I'm a Patriots fan, and look at my team. But we got
Cowboys.
24 years of excellence, so we good.
You know, them two, between the Raiders, the Cowboys, and the Patriots, you guys have like the most cult following of fans. And the Bears, there it goes. The Bears. The Bears. The
Yeah,
Bills.
all their fans are boomers at this point. They'll stop
Hell
going to games in like
yeah.
5 years. They're
Bro,
Shit,
boomers.
I was
all the
born in the
Bears fans are
80s.
boomers.
I like the Patriots when they sucked to when they were good, to when they suck again.
Nelson, not too much on boomers.
Auntie, what's your
I
favorite
got
hockey game?
triggered, man. I
What's
got
your
That's
hockey team?
triggered.
mm.
Pardon? Hockey? Man, I've been to a hockey game. It was really exciting. I've only been to one though. Very exciting. No,
Nelson, you ever
one.
been
I've
to a
been to
hockey game?
two hockey
Never.
games. Two hockey
Bro,
games I've
you
been
have
to.
to go to one, bro. But it has to be like a good team that has like a good arena state, like whatever you want to call it, a good arena.
Bro, hockey's for females.
Bro, what? What?
Oh,
Nah,
Yeah.
Nelson,
no.
no.
Watching hockey
No,
live,
Nelson.
Dude,
Dude,
it
when
what?
was
you
it was
Yo,
invented by females.
Matter
I don't know
though.
about that, Nelson. Man, it's
Yo,
right now.
somebody
All
call
right,
ICE
tell
for
me
this
this.
Yo,
Tell
man,
me
real
this. Tell
quick,
me
bro.
this. Let me ask you a Marty a question. And I want you to say the answer at the same time. I'm gonna count down from 3 to 1. What country did hockey originate from? Three, two, one.
Canada. I don't even know,
Bunch
bro.
of females. Yeah.
First. Oh God. Nelson, stop your trolling, man. This is not trolling day. What time did you go to bed this morning? Nelson, did you know that I left out of here at 4 a.m. this morning? I went to bed.
Oh,
That's
you stayed back for
crazy.
another hour after me?
Yeah. And then I
That's
went to bed
crazy.
at 4 o'clock. My husband this morning said to me, what time did you come to
So what you
bed?
guys were doing? Like,
I don't know, man. We're just talking in here. And Nelson came in
wow.
and gave us a joke. And Nelson was in a little bit of tire. I tell him to go get run flat tires because his tire, he was driving a freaking Benz and he doesn't have run flat.
I don't even know
What?
what run flat is. I probably do. Does it come stock with like new
Certain
cars?
cars, yes, run flats do come stock on.
Then I probably have run flat. I mean, maybe it's just I don't know.
No, if you had run
It'll say
flat,
it on it.
if you
It'll
had
say it.
run flat, you could have driven quite a bit on your tires without them blowing out.
I mean, it's probably I've been for longer than yesterday, and maybe I just whatever I wrote on just pretty much just said zero. Fucked up.
Did you change your car and drive a Benz now? Because last year you had a different one, like, and then you had the Beamer. You
Bro, you
sold the
got rid
Beamer?
of the
My wife's always had a Benz.
Oh, okay, all right. So you screwed up your wife's tires. Good job.
What's wrong with that?
No wonder you had to fix it.
Hilarious.
That's a man's job. When you're married, the man do all those things now. I used to
hell
do that
yeah.
when I was single, but
Everything around
that's a man's freaking job. Ladies, don't go when your tires
anything
blow
repair
out. Call your husband.
Hilarious.
anything repair
God damn.
related.
I ain't complaining
What'd you
about
say,
that.
Marty?
I said anything repair related is the man's job.
Yeah, don't wash no cars anymore. If you can't pay to get it washed, although the car washes are easy now, so you don't have to wash no car yourself.
Auntie, were you washing cars in Jamaica?
I used to wash cars. Yes, I even used to wash my car since I came here, but I hate it now. I don't wash my car anymore. I don't clean my car anymore. I don't do that. I just go get a service, or Jay will just wash it if it's like just washing it off. He just takes it, go wash it, and bring back gas.
Is Jay a proud Canadian?
Jay's a proud Canadian. He's as Canadian as he can be. Blue eyes, the whole yards, whole 9 yards Canadian.
Yeah. As
he's a good Canadian, right?
and he's Democrat.
Uh, he's liberal. He's liberal. He has a good heart. He's like the liberal people. We bring in all the Syrians, we bring in all the Ukraine people. We try to help them. We don't judge people. He's a good Canadian.
Auntie, tell me, has there ever been a point in your life where you voted Republican?
I can't vote Republican, but when I was in Jamaica, I was a Laborite, right? And Laborite is kind of Republican, and the Mande party was sort of Democratic. So for all my life, I voted on that side. But since I came to Canada, when I came to Canada, Harper was in power, and Harper sucked. And he was a little bit racist. He was like, he wouldn't invest in science and technology. And
Yeah, Harvard was all horrible.
Harper was horrible. So I switched and voted and learned the system and start voting liberal. And the liberals are more compassionate here. So
I actually
that's my
think
kind of people.
you have a lot of conservative values until you just maybe not know.
Hell no.
I have conservative values, but oops, my Wi-Fi. Yeah, I have
But
conservative values, but I don't like when, for example, there are a lot of people who don't have, and I find that the other party, they sort of ignore them and just think that they can sometimes make it on their own. And sometimes you just need to give somebody a hand up. So for that matter, I start looking, for example, what you guys are doing now to the workers, it cuts me deeply, and I couldn't support something like that. So I prefer to, I think some of the things that the Republicans do and some of the Democrats do, if they could just come together, it would make a perfect system, but it's not gonna go together, right? Not even here, it's not gonna go together. Yesterday I watched the what do you call the debate, the liberal debate. By in 2 weeks, we'll have a new leader. We'll have a new prime minister. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he will be prime minister for a while until they have the general election in October. But I watched it yesterday, man, and these people, they're so much different. They weren't cussing out each other. They were sticking to the topic. They were talking about the issues, a little bit of jab here and there, but nothing like what you guys do. More compassionate, easier to take in the brain. So I like how they do things. It's just my likeness. I don't hate you guys because I love a lot of you. I love you. I love Jonathan. I love Marty and all my people over there. But it's just not my thing. I have to look at the people side of things.
So basically, a bunch of.
That part. I like the trolling though. I like the trolling.
Hilarious.
Uh, liberals, man. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, man. As long as we have a good country.
Nelson, you have a lot of liberal values too. Honest God, I think you come into these rooms to play around a lot. But when it comes to the human side of things, I think you have a lot of liberal values. Stop
Nah,
it, Nelson. Nelson,
Nelson,
you're kind of in the middle.
I think I feel where Nelson's at. I think I'm kind of in that same area. We have some liberal
Yeah.
morals, but we have some super conservative values.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
I know you
Yeah,
do.
I'm
yeah.
definitely not as conservative as Cindy, though, for sure.
Nah, nah.
Definitely
You
not.
guys are more in the middle. You guys probably could survive anywhere. The other ones, man, they're gonna be
That's what it
miserable. They're
is.
gonna be
Yeah.
You
miserable
just
Like
people.
mine is like mine, honestly, for me, I don't know about you, Marty, but for me, it's mainly anything finances, I'm conservative. Anything finances, that's where I'm conservative.
Me
And then the
too.
social issues there,
yes,
that's where you can
yes.
find, a lot of liberal traits for me and stuff.
Very
Not
true.
even liberal, just democratic, not, you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
radical, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, no, no. That's exactly what it is for me. And as I got older and started understanding more finances, understanding the way the world works more, and that's what it became for me. Realizing, yeah, that's social issues, a lot of things. That's where I'm like, hey, look, I more than likely lean on the Democratic side, but when it comes to finances, when it comes to a lot of like some laws and certain rules and stuff, I'm definitely on more leaning more right on that stuff.
And Marty, what you just said, as I've been like leveling up and different things like that, I realize I align more when it comes to the finances on the conservative side than I do with the Democrat side.
Yeah, that.
I'm kind of more like you guys. You guys just don't see it like that. I'm very conservative and I'm very frugal. Nelson, totally very frugal, right? And I love
Except for the
finances.
50 grand you wanted to blow on a 2 months ago.
Well, I was ready to do that for my daughter because it's better to see her whole than to look at my $50,000 in the bank and see her suffer. So, anyway, thank you for fixing that for me. I
That's
didn't
not
have to
frugal.
spend my 50. What?
That's not frugal, dog. That's
No,
definitely
no.
not frugal.
Yeah, but mental health is more important than the money. You have to agree. That's why that's my personal side of life, right? I will protect people that way and I will spend the money for sure.
What you just said is a fear of mine. I don't say it's a fear of mine. Like I'm, oh my god, I'm so. That's one thing I want to make sure. I don't want to be sitting around with a pocket full of cash and I'm not in my right mind. Because at that point, what the hell is this? Like,
Marty, I did it. Hey, I messed up. I wasn't in this room look, when I started getting money during COVID and stuff like that, and I really should align myself with the right people. I didn't.
Same,
I
same.
I messed up, and I told myself I want to sit and wait this out during COVID and stack my money up. No, I let a female talk me into moving back to LA with barely no money in my pocket, and
Oh man, you fell for
Got
and
her.
that.
she didn't even come with me. She was like, "Baby, you can do
Female.
it." She
What?
Literally, Marty,
she
Man,
I,
Dr.
you can
Brittany,
Cathy,
I
look.
Dr. Cathy,
literally
get him,
looked
Dr.
and
Cathy, get him.
said, where am I going to put this
Dr.
money? And I
Cathy,
was
get him.
ready to withdraw the money, put it in an account, the 50 grand to do the business. Honestly, I was ready.
Dr.
I'm like
Cathy,
that.
Hey,
I,
I need you to
Antonio.
provide some encouraging words for our young brother Antonio there.
look, this is where I messed up at. I got approved for a home. I think I was making on the average between $400 to $700 a day. I was cooling. I slept for 3 months, laid up at the same time, and she like, baby, I think you should go back to LA. I said, no, I want to do nothing until I have 30,000 in my bank account. Then I want to do the next move. No, be uncomfortable. Go back to LA and you'll be good, and I'll go with you, and we'll thug it out together. You know how we do. And I was like, okay. Got the apartment, everything else like that. I spent 8,000 moving back, transport my car, spent 5,000 moving into the apartment, had 2,500 left over, and I was like, "Oh, when you coming?" She said, "I'm not." I said,
So
"You
you
dirty."
let a woman, did you know, do
Wait,
you
she
read your
convinced you to
Bible?
move back and she
Yeah, did
wasn't
you
even
know
coming?
that
Yes.
Solomon was the wisest man until he listened to a woman? You guys always make women your downfall.
Nah,
I'm
Antonio,
dying
that's
over it.
tough, bro.
Don't do it. You have to convince yourself. Why are you going to do that? Like, come on. Listen, you guys know if you read the Bible all over and over again, you got to understand you have to navigate this thing, but don't be brought down by a woman. A woman can bring you down. I'm telling you. Why are you going to listen to a woman for something like that? You follow your own gut, man. Are you not
Auntie,
married?
best thing that happened to me in my life was meeting my wife at 21, I think. Best thing that ever happened to me. Best thing.
Same.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't make certain mistakes, as I was growing up and 24, 25, 26. Of course I did, but best thing that ever happened to me in my life, though.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what Jay tells me all the time. If he wasn't upstairs, I'd bring him on camera and let him tell you that the best thing that happened to him was me.
You know what they say is that if you find a good thing, blessings will come your way, and that's what it sounds like. You found a good thing that understands your vision, your plan, and different things like that. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, my whole plan during COVID, that money was coming. I said, I'm about to travel, create content, so I can build my brand. No, oh, how the hell?
But you weren't even married to the woman, and you're moving.
Yeah, I know. I regret it. I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah, you're
got
not
I
married to
got
a woman.
blindsided.
Yeah, don't blindsided by a woman you're not married to. Come on. You don't have any sunken costs yet. Don't sink the costs
Man,
before
Auntie,
you
let my boy
time.
live. All right? Let my boy
To
live.
police him. I'm KGB right now.
Come on, man.
I ain't.
Bro, it's all
Yeah.
good. We
No,
live and
but
we
that's
learn, my
but
brother.
that's good that yeah, you live and learn, and I suppose he learned from those mistakes, but it probably set him back a little. But if you can do well anywhere, if you can do well in Jamaica, if you can do well in New York, if you can do well in Canada, you can do well in Africa, you will do well anywhere you go. That's how I feel about life. If you don't feel so, that's you. But I feel that if you are gonna make it, you will make it anywhere. You'll make it in the desert.
I don't know about all that. Ain't nobody making it in
You
fucking
know, if you
desert.
were in Africa, you would be making it. You
Ain't
don't lie.
nobody
You would be
making it in
making.
fucking
You'd be
desert.
building this up from Africa, and you would
Nobody's
be,
building
yeah.
this
You'd
stuff
be
from
no.
Africa.
You'd be nomading your ass, building the
That
app and
is
doing
auntie.
doing great.
That's Canadian hoopla, right? That's Canadian hoopla.
You'd be moving to, if you move to Dubai now, you still do well. If you move to the desert now, Nelson, you're gonna do well. You just have it in you and you're consistent. Same
Yeah,
thing with
you
Jonathan and some
still
other
you
guys
still
here.
need you still need available opportunities wherever you move, man. No opportunities, nothing's happening.
That is
Period.
old days. But you see, like now, in today's world, you can nomad it and you can do well. Just being a
In
nomad,
America,
doing it remotely. What you do right now with this app, you can do it from anywhere.
yeah, but you can't just do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You can't
No,
just do it though. Like
I'm sure that
it's hard.
everybody you work with is not in your city. Like when I work downtown,
no,
everybody's here. I'm
no.
sure that all the ideas you get is not from right around you. I'm sure that if you need to do deals with people, you can do it remotely. I'm sure that anything that you're doing right now, you can do it remotely. And you can take the plane when you want to take the plane. I know.
I get what you're
What
saying.
if you don't have internet in your village, Auntie?
Shit, not in your village is crazy. But I would say this though, right? I see on both ends. I see what Nelson's saying, and I see what you saying, Sam, as you on like. But Nelson is kind of right on this because it's not kind of he is right on this because yeah, you can do everything through social. You can. But when you walk outside and you see different people that's winning, you can talk to people, you can ask questions, you could be surrounded by like-minded people. Like for example, for me, when I went to LA, it was dope. When I first moved to LA for school, that is, it was lit. I was around the right people, different things like that or whatever. When I moved to Houston, when I first went there, I was surrounded by entrepreneurs that I've seen and rode in my first Benz, and I'm like, oh crap, you got a Benz. And installed like a hustle into me that it was for me living in Kansas City, where people thought about just working a regular job and going home compared to you being in a city and you surrounded by people that's like get your money. Like a small like thing happened to me when I first moved to Houston. I was at a club, it's an after hours called Cornbreads, and I'm talking to the owner's wife outside, and I said, I gotta go to work. I gotta leave. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. She was like, baby, you a 9 to 5 in? I said, what? She was like, I ain't trying to talk stuff, but hey, the lifestyle you trying to live, you got to figure out how to make your own money. And she installed a bug into me that day. It's like, I got to hustle no matter what to try to not be stuck in a rat race.
And I guarantee you that most of the people that Nelson do business with right now are not even living in his city. So don't bullshit me. I know it. Now in today's
Yeah,
world,
but
it's a
it's
different
different
kettle of
though.
fish, Nelson.
It's different though.
What's
Like,
different about it?
well, you need to connect with people first, right? You can't just like just doesn't drop, right?
What that part, but
You
you're
know,
connecting with people from diverse
but it's a big
locations and
difference.
diverse environments,
But it's
right?
a big difference. Not everyone's a Nelson and Pega that can get thousands of on the internet, right? Not. So not everybody can do that in America, not to talk of freaking Africa, right? So it's not
Dude,
that easy.
That's why I said Nelson could do it. Did I start off by saying what you're doing now, you could do it from anywhere? And for some
No,
people, I think so. Anyway, you can disagree with me, but I'm kind of giving you a kudo. If you don't want to take it,
I
right
know
back
you
at
are.
me.
I just don't think it's a I don't know. I just don't feel like it's that easy. I feel like um I don't know. I don't know. I guess I have a different
Maybe I
perspective.
couldn't do it, right? Maybe I couldn't do it, but you
No,
can,
just
and
in
some
general,
people can,
just
right?
I don't know.
Ty Green is in the house. He
Nelson, I
coming
have
in
a
here to come make trouble. Ty Green. Mm, sorry, OG.
Nelson, I have a question for you.
My
Is it as
boss.
hard?
My
How you doing, man?
boss. OG James, my boss.
Hey, bro, has it been as hard as you thought it was going to be to get to where you are now?
Oh, with chatter?
Period. I don't even know. I stepped
Ooh.
in the middle of this conversation, and my thing is I bet it hasn't been as hard to where you are right now in your life. Period. Hasn't been as hard as you actually thought it would be if you actually planned it out this way.
Uh, got a good point. I think you have an interesting point there. I mean, anybody would say that though, right? It's like I don't know.
Bruh, stop
It's
talking
like
for
when you ask.
anybody. But stop talking for anybody. Talk for Nelson and Panga. Don't talk for anybody because I can say the same thing. You're correct. But again, you have to speak for you and speak that peace, that joy, that success into you. Nobody else can do it.
No, forget, bro. I'm definitely, my confidence level just in life in general. I mean, psh, probably 10x now at 29 than it was 23, 24, 20, even 27. I mean, I definitely believe in myself. That's a fact. I think it's just that I was just pushing back on Auntie Yvonne because it's, you know, the word easy, I guess, was what I was pushing back on, but I understand. I understand what everyone's saying. I completely understand.
Bro, I used to think $1 million was a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money.
$1 billion is really not a lot of money, Nelson.
Bro, let me tell you, let me give you an example, right? I'm gonna use Chatter as an example just to show you $1 million is not a lot of money. Um, all right, so Chatter's in a social media tech space, right? So we're all aware of that. Add a revenue component to it, call it a $20 a month subscription, right? I'm going to tell you what's needed to give a company like this $1 million valuation, meaning you could sell it for $1 million to a lot of people, right? So let's do a million divided by 20. No, actually, let's start from this. So in our space, it's anything from a 10 to a 20x equity multiple, right? On the revenues, right? Typically, social media. So let's use a 10x multiple just to keep it simple, but it could go as high as a 20. But let's use a 10x multiple. So $1 million valuation, 10x multiple, that's the business has to do at the least $100,000 a year annual recurring revenue. That's it. So let's divide that by 12. That's $8,333 a month, right? So let's divide that by a $20 a month subscription. So I need 416 subscribers paying 20 bucks a month in order to sell this business for $1 million. That's how easy it is. $1 million. And that's like, I mean, like, I'm being generous, right? Because again, social media startups, companies like this, I mean, it's a 10, 20x revenue. If it's crazy growth, crazy velocity, I mean, those multiples are going much higher than that, right? So, say, best case scenario, 416 subscribers paying 20 bucks a month. Worst case scenario, 200 subscribers paying 20 bucks a month. I can get all 200 of those subscribers from Debate the News. Boom, voila, $1 million business. So yeah, $1 million is not a lot of money for sure. I agree with that. I think my younger self would have been like, like my 17-year-old self. Oh my gosh, $1 million, man. That's yeah. I think we all would back then, right? Would you agree with that? Like, I mean, anybody would.
I would
Heck
agree.
yeah,
I
I
would
think we
agree.
all would agree with that. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, $1 million not a lot of money today, bro. Not a lot. But yeah, 17,
Still enough to change your
18.
life, but it's not a lot of money no more.
Nah, it's not enough to change your life, bro. $1 million can go as fast as it comes, bro.
I mean, it can go as fast, bro. But let's not act like if you give somebody a milli right now with the proper investments, they can't really set themselves straight.
Bro, you give somebody $10,000 with a proper investment, their life changes for 5 minutes. I mean, it's the same thing. I don't know. I just have a different I see money a lot different today than I did at any point in my life, to be honest. Right. So I guess I place less value on money these days than I did before. Before I was all money, 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 money. Now I don't place as much. I don't know. Maybe it comes with age, bro. But yeah,
No, for sure, for sure. I was just saying like it's still something that you could use to set yourself straight because yes, 10K can change your life and then it's down the drain in 2 weeks. Absolutely. All I was saying was somebody can still use that to do. It's not a lot of money anymore, but you can still use it to do something to at
You
least
you could
pivot yourself.
yeah, like I said, you could do that to start something and build something from
Yes,
there.
there we go.
If
Yes,
you're around
absolutely.
the right people, like for example, I don't think it's with age. I just think it's with experience. Because a 40-year old can make or get money to them. It's like but he has to go through the experience of realizing like, hey, yo, this is it's a tool. Money is a tool.
Yeah.
It's not. And if you don't have that mindset, you go broke easy. If you put yourself around the same people that's like, I want to spend 10,000 in Vegas. I want to have this. I want to have that. You're gonna easily go broke. But put yourself around the right people that's like investments and budgeting and managing your bread and stuff like that. Yeah, eventually you're gonna go to the right level. Just depending on who your circle is and what your mindset is.
But $1 million is 10 for most people. It's going to be almost 15 years of pay. And if you live at the level of your pay, you can take 15 years and utilize that money, invest it right, and spread it out into 20 years of work or 30 or 40 years. For an individual who is responsible with their money and understands that they have to live within that mean, $1 million handles their basic human needs: food, clothing, and shelter in our land.
Well, most importantly, it's how you invest that money. So you can, let's say every 7 years, you can double your net worth, even with very conservative investment returns of 7, 8% a year. So if you have $1 million and you're 29 and you invest it just very conservatively, you will end up having a net worth of 10 million couple decades, right? Because that's just how it snowballs. So I think it's wise to set it aside, let it invest tax free, and be prudent with what you save as a young person, because that's the money that really liberates you later. And money matters a lot. Nelson, your kids are young, but 10 years from now, they're going to cost you a lot more money. And they keep costing you money. Just like you heard Yvonne say, her daughter, you'll pay whatever it takes for your kids' health. You'll pay whatever it takes for your kids to get bailed out of jail if they need it. And you want to have that money set aside for your family.
100%. I'm just like, I mean, for me right now, I mean, I don't want to, say certain things on a stage and, you don't know who's in the room and they'll feel like you're being braggadocious or whatever. But again, like my confidence level at this age is just very high. So it's like, I just don't, yeah, let's make money. We're going to make money. We're going to keep making money. But I just don't place, money's not my number one thing anymore. You know what I mean? Before it was. Now it's my family, my kids, the people I spend my time with. And my health is actually coming up in that ladder now. Like before I could care less about my health. But now my health is, I mean, probably like top 3 right now, to where I want to start losing weight and quit smoking my jewels and you know what I mean? So like my priorities are just changing as I'm growing older. And but you're absolutely right though. Like, I mean, you definitely need money to provide a good life for your loved ones. I mean, without a doubt, right? But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like I'm
Like
becoming
I'm
a
a
different
That's amazing, though. As you get older, too, it's less important for sure. Family and your
Mhm.
health, number one. Number two, money doesn't come first at all.
And by the way, guys,
Love what I just heard.
I'm not trying to sound all fucking mush. I'm literally just being honest though. Like every day I'm thinking about dropping this like I'm about to hit 30 now, you know what I mean? And people that smoke usually start having effects of like 40, 50, 60, and I don't want to be in that.
It's having effects right now. It's just silent, but
Man,
it's
yeah.
causing
Just go ahead and
vascular
just
listen.
leave
dysfunction.
me
Your
alone,
boners won't
goddammit.
be as
I
strong.
got
Your
the
brain won't be as
information. I
sharp. It's
got it.
happening.
I
Drop
got
it like it's hot. Drop it.
I
Drop
got
it.
it.
Save that
I
money.
got it. I got it.
Go
Leave me
ahead.
alone.
I mean, why don't you just break off the, you know, how you have the thermometer? Break it off and just suck the mercury out the thing as opposed to sucking it through the jewel. It'll be okay.
No, no, no.
Hey,
It's all right. You're
I'm gonna
young.
dead it. No, no, no. I'm gonna dead it very soon. Definitely this year. I'm gonna dead it for sure, without a doubt.
very,
OG,
very smart,
now
very
that's
I'm
a
gonna
smart,
dead it.
Nelson.
thug. That's some thug advice OG just gave you. We learned about thuggery, but he gave it to you thugger style.
That's very,
And
that's
you,
very wise, Nelson, to stop it completely.
My son's about your age, and now and you're thinking about your children and your health. The number one important, most important thing in life for at least for man is their health, then their family. You got to be here and make sure that you have a lot of years ahead of you, that you're able to exponentially scale whatever it is you want to do. And stopping anything that detracts from that is a very wise move, young brother.
100%,
Hey,
no,
I
thousand.
was,
Yes.
I had two cadavers when I was in school. One smoked and one didn't. There was a marked difference between the lungs of the non-smoker, which were pink with red blood
Oh my gosh, I
vessels
don't
and
want to
all of
hear this
that.
shit, guys. Change the topic. Change the topic. God damn
I'm
it.
sorry,
My
I
wife,
go.
my shit every night. I don't want to hear it. I'm like, I got it. I got the
You know
message.
what?
Okay,
Hey,
all
hey
right.
Nilsson,
Nelson, bro, listen, man.
have you considered replicating and teaching other young men processes as far as how to think? It's not what to do, it's how to think. And your thinking change, what I'm hearing, which is a great thing. It's not work and grow rich, it's think and grow rich. And you change your thinking, which is very wise. Have you thought about replicating that into some type of thinking academy or something for young men like 16 to 24 years old? They can start learning how to think, what books to read, what to focus on, not so much the money, but how to add value to your customer's customer, how to think. You've gotten into that space. That space will perpetually generate revenue for you forever.
Honestly, my brother, like, I think a few people asked me about some mentor for the past couple months. I don't even want to get into it, bro. Like, I thought about it. I think 2023 when me and Cindy, well, Cindy and I put that course together, but it's just not a space that I want to be in for the next, I don't know, 20, 30 years. I want to focus on me. I want to focus on growing everything that I've got going on. I want to focus on scaling my operations. I want to focus on my family. I really don't want to put in time and energy into education or teaching. That's Leah's gig. Leah loves teaching. I don't.
What so I used to think like that when I was younger, and it wasn't until my partner and she said, you need to do this, because I'd had so many wins in Silicon Valley, exit after exit, and doing very well. And she said, um, paying it forward to the next group of young men can really, especially young black men who are there to listen and that are self-starters, not, bumps on a log, the people that are self-starters, that sometimes people just need, oh, okay, I didn't know this existed. I didn't know a family office existed. I didn't know a 1031 exchange existed. I didn't know this conference, the Saudi conference that took place last week in Miami existed. I didn't know there were going to be ultra high net worth individuals to invest in whatever I got going on. I didn't know how to set up a venture fund to go and invest money, have general health LPs put into my fund and go deploy capital into these entities and to get the 2 and 20 carry. It's just little pieces that I learned along the way that people taught me that I have shared with a few other people. You seem to be on a nice trajectory, and I'm not talking about coaching. I'm talking about just one or two people, one or two young men that 17 to 24, that hey, I don't want to trade time for money. I want to figure out how to add value and be a man. That's all.
Yeah, no, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Making a lot of sense. But yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. Or I
Yeah,
could get
you're
Jonathan Bing. I get Jonathan Bing to put on a little Nelson costume. You know what I'm saying? And AI
The
is
same
intelligent these
person.
days.
Bro, Nelson, you and the jewel right now, bro, is me
Oh,
and listen, you and the jewel is me and my trees right now. You know what I'm saying? I always said I
oh,
want to
I
quit.
did that a
I already
long
know. No, no,
time
it's
ago,
different.
dude.
Everybody's different, right? For me, no. For me, it's not that. It was never a habit for me. I created a pastime of it, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Never before work, I'd go out, bust my ass the whole day, and when I came home, after I took care of everything, after I done did my emails, my invoice, everything was done, I'd sit on my porch before I go to bed that night, have me a nice one. You know what I'm saying? That was just what it was. Because during the day, I couldn't do it. But on the weekends, sit outside, maybe while I'm grilling or whatever the case is, have one, maybe at night, whatever, from watching a football game. it was never like, folks who, hit the jewels or the cigarettes
Yeah.
or the vapes where every second they're having to do. I was never that guy, but I'm now that I'm trying to dead it for like dead it. I'm realizing like that pastime will come up. I'll go like 2 months, like the past 2 months or whatever, and then all of a sudden, all of a sudden it'll just come out of nowhere,
I'll give
and
you
I'm
an
just
easy
like,
trick.
fuck.
I'll give you an easy trick to that one.
One of my
You
best
ready?
ones is working out.
No, I'll give you
Yeah,
a better
working
one.
out or reading fiction.
No. I'll give you the best one. You ready?
What you got? What you got?
Get your wife pregnant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
bro, I'm
that
working
that
on that, bro.
that definitely
Very
works.
simple. Very
You
simple.
you
Get
will
a
you
child,
yeah,
you're done with
you're done
it.
completely.
You're done with it. Point blank,
Yeah,
period.
bro.
I can't
Yeah,
even
bro.
like. So we went to we were in DC I think 2 3 weeks ago. And I hate living in a city. So we had to park in a parking lot, and then you get out of the car and you got to walk to your destination, whatever. So it's me, my wife, my two toddlers, and then I'm pushing my little baby right in the, what do you call it, the stroller, and we're walking by a park, and there's these kids skateboarding at this park, and I can smell weed. Bro, you should see my face, bro. I just went red. Like, I can't even stand the smell of it these days. And I used to be the biggest pothead on planet Earth. The biggest pot. I mean, Marty. Oh my god,
Dude, I know
dude. In
exactly what you're talking
college,
about.
like when I was in England, in school, dude, I would freaking, because I mean I didn't have that much money back then, but I'll say 80% of my allowance went to weed. So I'll have like a freaking, I don't know, what do they call it? What do you call? How do they sell? I can't remember how they sell it, but
Yeah,
80%
you
will go
get
to
you.
weed, right?
Yeah, I got
And
you. You get you
then
like, I got you.
and then when I came to America, I wasn't making money at the beginning, but once I started flipping those houses in real estate, bro, that's when I thought I was balling. I make like 40, 50, 60 grand on a flip, 70 grand. Bro, I buy an ounce probably a week. I thought Snoop Dogg. Like, you know what I mean? Because now I'm making money. Now I can afford to fucking buy 'em. Dude, oh my God. The minute kids started coming in this discussion, yeah, my whole life changed, bro. My
Yeah,
whole life
bro.
changed.
No, same here, dude. And like I said, lately it's been nothing, bro. Like lately it's literally been whatever for me. Because now, exactly what you said, when I'll go that month, 2 month, 3 month, and I'll smell it, I'd be like, yo, what the like I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It's not like the hate that I have for the cigarette smell, because that's a smell that I can't. That shit pisses me off. But it becomes one of those like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not for me anymore. So I'm getting there, definitely getting there. But
Trust
I
me,
know that
bro. You
jewel
get
is
a
kicking your ass.
you get a little daughter, you get a little son, done.
It's a wrap. It's a
Finished.
wrap.
I don't smoke, but I like to smell weed.
That's that Jamaica.
Jamaica.
That's that Jamaica nose right there. That's
That's
that
that
Jamaica
Jamaican nose.
nose. It's programmed. It's a programming.
It's a lifelong thing, man. But no, when I was in Jamaica, I wasn't around people who smoke it though. But I just kind of like the smell. It doesn't bother me.
No, I hate it. I can't stand it anymore. Can't stand
Honestly, it's the. I'll be honest, Nelson, because as she said that, it's like I checked myself. I was like, I got to keep it real. I do like the smell of it. I hate the smell of bad weed. I hate when there's some kids around or some dudes smoking some stuff. I'd be like, y'all, I'll literally tell my wife, baby, they smoking dirt right now. I hate the smell of bad weed. So yeah, I agree with you, Yvonne. It do got a nice little smell to it, that good stuff. But
bro,
bad weed, cheap weed, ugh.
I just can't function on that stuff,
If
man. I
if that's
can't.
how I'm gonna get my Irie on, maybe I should walk by some people smoking some weed.
I can't get any work done with that shit. It just makes you lazy. You want to sleep all
Same.
day.
Same.
You don't want
I
to
couldn't.
work.
I
Should
used to
have
be
Yeah.
able to,
digest
not no more.
Mm.
sativa, Nelson.
Nah, I actually tried that strategy one time. Because there was a period during MM where I picked it back up for like 2 months. It's probably like 3 years ago ish.
I
This was
remember.
back when Jerry was still with us, right? So I picked it up for like 2 months ish. It started off as like, I think I went out with my friends one night and they were smoking, and they were like, "You want to take a hit?" And I took a hit. I took like 2 hits, and I was high. But for some reason, it made me want to go to the dispensary the next day to buy something, right? And I probably tried it for like 2 months, bro. Probably the most unproductive period of my life over the past like 4 years. It just makes you not want to do anything that's productive, and that's tough to do when you have children because they cost a lot of money, so
Yeah, you're right about
yeah, man. So you get a kid, dude, it's an automatic, yeah, get, stop smoking pot, period. A friend of mine from back in the day actually DM me on Instagram. Well, for my birthday, happy birthday, whatever. So, we started exchanging messages back and forth, like a quick conversation. He's like, "I'm about to get engaged. Do you have any advice for me?" I was like, "Yeah, bro, I have one. Stop smoking pot." Like literally, because he was a pothead when I was a little kid. I'm like 15. This dude was like 17, probably the biggest pothead I ever knew in my life. And he's like, "Man, it's so hard though, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Bro, you're at least 2, 3 years older than me. You're in your 30s. Okay. You should be getting to the bag. Should be getting to the bag. Drop the pot." Yeah. It's not a drug in my opinion, but is probably the biggest driver of unproductivity known to man, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. As a man, you don't want anything slowing down your productivity at all. Anything that's slowing down or taking you off the path where you're not in fifth gear with your foot to the pedal, I mean, to the mountain, you don't want anything. And that right there, if you are a consumer of it, mm-mm. Now, if you're a seller of it, different thing. But if you're a consumer, no, 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 no. Not a smart move for men.
That's a fact. That is a fact. That
So
is
Nelson, is that why
100%.
you stop saying mute that goddamn mic? You stop smoking weed? Is that it?
No, man, that's just,
I'm
I still say it today. I still say that today.
What
because
No,
about
So
alcohol?
what's your
What is your
take?
opinion on
Drinking better?
alcohol?
No
bro,
alcohol.
I hardly drink, bro. I think I had my first drink last weekend. We went out for dinner. I had
Yeah,
my first drink in like, I don't know, probably a year at this point.
yeah. I don't drink at all. Neither. Yeah, I no hate it. alcohol at all.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Nothing,
I'm not a big
nothing at
drinker like that.
nothing at all to impair the mind at all. You want to all as a man, I think a man should always be in control of his faculties and aware of his surroundings. Situational awareness. No alcohol, nothing. Focus on mission and legacy.
Oh, I take
Damn,
that back. I
Ty,
take
you're
that
not gonna
back.
let us
No,
have
no,
no
actually, I take that
fun.
back. I take that back. Not a year. I had my first drink since that get together we did in DC, probably in I think October or September or whatever. Yeah.
The reason why I say that men can't be frivolous. Women can be frivolous. Women are forgiven. Men are never forgiven.
I
Men
mean, Ty,
cannot.
people need to have some fun. I don't even smoke weed or drink, but damn, Ty, like if we all walking around as serious as you are, we
No, we
would
have
jump off a
fun.
damn bridge.
No,
Like, my
I go.
goodness, you the
I
fun police. Why can't we
no. I
have some
go.
fun?
I go lots of fun. I ski in
See,
Europe.
Ty is my Ty. Actually, Ty, this is Mariana. You are my kind of guy. I like what I'm hearing from you.
No, raising boys to be men, they typically have to be very serious, and they don't have a lot of life. This planet is not forgiving on males. Boys, yeah, but not males. Women can do things, not boys, not men. Men tend to be um, uh, are very much so held responsible for their actions, and so anything that impairs that responsibility for moving forward. I just am not especially black men. No, they're focus. Like Nelson said, focus on your family and getting to your paper.
See, I think there should be
100%.
balance. There should be
There's balance.
balance.
We
And
go
I don't agree
skiing.
with you on that. I think
We go.
people when they're young, I mean, I think that people when they're young, they should have a little fun. They should do some things that they wouldn't do in their 30s. No, you don't want to go to jail. You don't want to have a string of baby mamas.
You don't want to have any habits, but you can't be focused and serious all the time. I would never tell a young person that. Nobody gets out of life alive. And when they're young and you're 19 and you're 20 years old and you're in college, you should be having fun. You know why? Because
You have
life is
fun.
hard. You know what I'm saying? Shit
Life doesn't
happens.
suck. Life
Yes, it
does not
does.
suck.
Yes, it
Life
does. It
does
does. You
not
know why?
suck.
You know why? Because if you are connected to the world and you see people suffer, you hear about, even if it doesn't suck for you, it sucks for somebody. So if you're connected, people die, you get old, like these things happen. Right. And so people when they're young, they should have a balance. You should mature. And when you're 30, you shouldn't be doing the when you were 20. But no, I would never tell a young person, oh, you have to be serious all the time. But some people are like that.
Not serious all the time. People have fun in college.
Okay, well, you were
People
saying you
have
got to be
fun.
focused and you got to be
Yeah.
this. And yes, you
Well,
do, but you also are supposed to have fun. The reason why Nelson is doing some of the things he's doing, he was ready for marriage, he was ready to be a father, is because he had the opportunity when he was in his youth to make mistakes and to have fun and to learn from them. And there's nothing wrong with that.
correct. But when he became a man, he put away childish things.
Okay, yeah, he a man now. We got that. I'm just messing with you, Ty. No,
I
the truth though,
I
Ty.
was a man at 18 years old.
Yes,
So
Ty,
all that stuff we
you
did
listen, you're like
young.
30, probably 30 years old, going on 70, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay, but everybody's not supposed to be the same, right? If we're all, because I'm kind of serious, and I
I'm
wouldn't
talking.
think
I'm
everybody
talking.
shouldn't be like me,
I'm
right?
talking. I'm talking about black men in the
Oh
United States
gosh.
need to be focused and serious.
I mean,
No, I don't agree. I know
hold on, hold
plenty
on.
of successful black men that had a good time,
It,
had fun, and they're successful. We need to stop pushing those
I
it,
narratives
I
that
hold
still
that's
on,
have a
not
hold
good
on.
true.
time.
Hey, hold on, Sean. To his
I'm
point,
done, y'all.
what
I'm just trolling. I'm just
I know,
trolling. Don't pay no
no,
attention.
no, I just want to add some context to what he's saying. Is like to his point, when you're a kid, you can make mistakes, financial mistakes, and different things like that. If you hear a 37-year-old or a 38-year-old uh like male make a mistake, the world is not so generous on them. I'm from all sides, from women to other men to other cultures and stuff like that. They like, what did you do with your life? So it's like they don't have the same leeway as like other people. I feel.
Make,
Someone please
make,
play some sad music.
making mistakes that could possibly land you in jail or a criminal, that's not the same thing.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that. I was
That's not the
definitely
same
wasn't saying
thing as being so focused and so serious. Now, some people are designed that way, and there's nothing wrong, but we should not think that how we are, the rest of the world should be, because people should be diverse and different. You need people who, don't take life that seriously. They're the people that can bring laughter and different kind of energy during the tough times, right? So you don't want everybody to be the same way, and no group of people, regardless of what because mental health is important, and when people don't have the opportunity to have fun and to have experiences, that kind of pressure, that's not good, Ty. That's all I'm saying. But some people, like Martin Luther King, he was all he was always very serious. That's okay for him, but I don't think everybody should be that way. That's all I'm saying. Don't you agree?
If,
King wasn't always
but
serious.
Sean, when you're in the back rooms with some of these guys, one may think is always serious. It's not that way. I when I put in the chat that I've been sober. I'm almost 60. I'll be 60 on the 29th of May, and I've been sober. I haven't been drunk or whatever 7 days out of my whole life, and that's just one instance per day. I haven't done that, but that doesn't mean I haven't had fun. That doesn't mean I haven't made mistakes. That doesn't mean that I haven't done some dumb stuff. It means I've been sober, meaning I didn't have an outside narcotic or alcohol or whatever or non-drug as Nelson just said. It's different. That you don't need that stuff to have fun.
No, I'm not saying that necessarily. It was just more so saying you got to be focused, you got to be serious. And I'm not saying that I support drug use, but here's the fact of the matter. You need to, if you're going to make mistakes, you want to make them while you're young, when there's less damage, there's easier bounce back. And some people, who don't have the opportunity to do that, when they're young, they'll do that when they're older, when there's many more consequences. So I'm not saying that you should smoke and drink, but what I am saying that it's okay to enjoy your youth, and it's okay to grow older and decide that it's time to grow up and to mature. I just didn't agree with the rhetoric of you got to be serious, you got to be focused, and to tell a 19 and 20, they can't let their hair down and enjoy life and do things that 19 and 20-year-olds should be doing. And some of that stuff is dumb stuff,
But
you
Shina,
know?
what you said is basically like balance, find a balance in it. I definitely get what you're saying.
Yeah. Ty trying to make y'all all serious and focused. Like, damn, Ty.
No, I'm just
You know
talking
what
about the
I'm saying?
men, not all, just the men,
Just a
just the
man.
men,
Yeah,
Okay.
just the
Vashawn, you
men.
know good and well you was not having no fun. You was the strict. You were the most strictest. Don't talk to me. I'm on my way to class. Ass girl in school. Don't even play. Don't even play.
Oh
But
no, no,
then
she
when you
had a
got to
man. She
college,
had a man.
but nah,
Of
nah. But
course,
hold
she
on.
had a man.
Okay,
She
She
hold
had a
on.
shake it
Let's
out.
man.
see.
But
Let's
as
go
soon
through
as
it.
she got to
She had to
college,
get her oil
she let
changed.
her
Of
hair
course, she
down.
had a man. She needed
Okay,
to relax a
I'm
little
gonna tell
bit.
y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all this about me. I am 80% serious, y'all right. But I'm 20% fun, and when I'm fun, I'm really fun. Okay, let me just put that out there. When I'm fun, fun.
Oh, I know.
But I also believe in when I'm talking to the youth and young people, I encourage them to have fun and enjoy their life and to but have a perspective. I don't want you out here doing nothing stupid. But you're young. They're supposed to enjoy their life. They're supposed to do things that that's going to mean something different between what kind of culture you come from. But yes, you're supposed to. I never forget when my son told me that they were jumping off of houses. And I just thought to myself, oh my God. He told me like when they were like 9 or 10 years old, like we was over his cousin's house. I was like,
Did the exact same thing at that age.
I
Exact same thing.
know.
That's
I
fun.
know. I used to swing and like go over the rail. Like we used to swing at the park and swing so high that it would go and flip over like crazy stuff. And for the most part, most of us survived. Maybe some of us didn't, but you're supposed to. And you're not, I don't believe that we should have a world where everybody is the same, right? Or any one group of people, oh, you got to be this. Yes, you have to be cognizant of certain things. But damn, Ty, it's like, Ty, I don't believe you. Tell me what you do for fun, because I don't believe you. You say you be having fun. I don't believe it.
I cycle.
Hey,
I cycle. I do about 12 miles a day, 4 days a week of cycling, Monday through Thursday. On weekends between galleries, my lady, concerts, events. I do rock climbing at least once a month. There's lots of stuff between shooting, sometimes twice a month. So yeah, we have lots of fun at the range. A lot of fun.
but Hunter, tell you, I
Okay.
would say this. So right, tell you, I would say this. I think also that the way they see that me and you live our lives, they might see that as fun. For us, it's work. You know what I mean? Going to fashion shows, going to events and different things like that or whatever. Like other people might see it as, oh, you're having fun. It's like you can say that, but it's more like us working, doing
Antonio,
things.
so at Fashion Week, which is I think they're in the third week right now. When I'm at an
Exactly.
event, it is primarily for getting a deal done. Yeah, the pretty ladies there and the pretty girls and this that, and the other. Where's the deal? Where's the sponsorship opportunity
Exactly.
for the networks? Where's the show opportunity? Where's the revenue? Who's backing whom? What's going on? My photographers and videographers can roam the room and do what they do. I'm looking for the deal, and the deals typically happen at the social events, and I'll have my club soda or my ginger ale and social and mingle. That's lots of fun, especially scoring a deal. That's big fun.
Exactly. It's like my homie, like when I first moved to LA, right? It was like going to clubs or mansion parties, right? And I was like, oh, we can't go to the club. He said, are you trying to drink? Or are you trying to have fun? Or are you trying to network? I was like, he was like, go to the mansion parties because you're actually gonna be able to talk to people and actually shake hands other than you, other than you being inside a club where you can't hear nobody. So if I post that, hey, I'm here at Ray J and Hollywood Hills at this party, like, oh, you having fun? I'm like, nah, I was working. But so I guess like our work, our fun is being at work, if that makes sense.
What's going
Good.
on, everybody? I got some breaking news. I got some breaking news.
What's
So,
up, Divine? Yeah, Antonio, that makes perfect sense, bro. Like, you should be having fun at work, especially because you spend
Hold
so
on,
much
we got
time
breaking
with
news, Caleb. Hold
coworkers and
on, bro.
stuff.
Hold on, bro. Come on now.
he said, "Hey, Divine," and kept going. I'll
Well,
pass it.
yeah, I wanted Antonio said something. I wanted
hold
to.
on, hold on 1 second.
I'll
We got
pass it
breaking
right
news, bro.
back to you. I don't want to break up the conversation. This could be something for later, but a school-age child. They claim the child is unvaccinated in Texas has died from the measles. So we have our first death associated with the measles outbreak in West Texas. A child has passed away. So this is sad. I'm not going to throw the migrant word out there. I'm going to read some more. But protect your children at all costs. I yield.
That's a that's a
Of
group.
course.
That's a certain group of Christians who believe in living back to nature and doing these things. It's came from the Dutch, and so that's that particular group in West Texas. I saw that earlier.
Yeah, it's
So
the
yeah, you're right.
Mennonite Amish
Mennonites.
community. It's the
Yeah,
Mennonite Amish
yeah.
community that,
So that's not immigrants.
yeah, but they do believe they also have some that are in Mexico, some measles cases in Mexico. So they do believe that they were probably exposed, as a result. It didn't start in that community. So more than likely they were exposed, through some of the migrants. And this caused me to
Yeah.
do some research because I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Am I protected from measles? Because hell no, I don't have time for that. The Ebola, the monkey virus, the whatever the hell all this stuff is, I don't have time for none of that. So basically, what they said is that if you have 2 doses of the MMR, the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccination, then you are protected for like a lifetime protection. But if you only have one shot, which I don't know, I know I have at least one. If you only have one shot, then it may wear off in 15 years, or you still may be susceptible to getting the measles. So I think you can go and get a like an immunity test to see if you are.
Yes, I was just going to tell
Yeah.
you that,
So
Bashar.
it's actually not recommended to get the titers. The titers are only helpful when they're positive. Some people have immune protection even though they don't have titers. So it's most cost effective and appropriate to just get a booster if you are at risk or concerned about your immune protection. The biggest issue, you guys, is children under the age of 1 because we don't vaccinate with the MMR. For most children, unless they're traveling internationally, it's safe to give at 6 months. But the standard public health schedule, usually a child gets their first MMR at the age of 1 years old. So, like,
Mm,
I just got off a flight from Chicago to Florida, and there were a lot of little babies, infants,
nice.
3, 4, 5, 6 months of age.
Mm.
Those babies are completely unprotected.
Yo, did you have a good
And
flight, Catherine?
yes, Caleb, I did. Thank you.
Nice.
But the point being that this is a virus that's super contagious, more than Ebola, more than COVID, more than flu. And if you have 1,000 babies infected, 2 or 3 of them will die. And that's the word die.
Oh
Okay.
God.
So this is no joke. And so yes, you're going to have areas of vulnerable populations because they're Amish, they don't vaccinate, and herd protection. If 97% of the population is vaccinated, you're probably going to be protected if you hang out with a group of vaccinated people. But the very young are very, very susceptible. And I think it should really, for young families, be thinking about where you want to go on spring break. Be thinking about the fact that your baby could be exposed and
Catherine,
you
can I ask you a
And,
few
can't
and
questions?
vaccinate
Do
them
you
when they're
guys
too
mind?
young.
Can I ask her a few questions? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about this?
No, I'd be happy to help.
Okay. So first question is, if you're vaccinated against measles, can you carry it and pass it along?
It's
Can
unlikely. It's
okay.
really unlikely.
It's
Yes.
unlikely. Okay. And then if you only have the 1 dose and you don't, do you know what reasons? Because they said something about like after 1957 or something, they didn't, like they were saying that you only needed 1 dose, but then I'm hearing like you need 2 doses for like absolute, almost absolute immunity, lifetime immunity. So are you saying that we should
So
just go get a?
nothing is absolute, but if you've had 2 MMRs after I think it's like 1968 or something,
Mhm.
then you should be considered immune protected.
Okay,
Now,
but if you
some
only
of
had
us,
one, then what is What does
Then you
that
should get
mean?
a second. You should get a booster.
You should go get a booster. Okay.
Correct. And if
Would
you're
you
not
recommend?
sure, it's safe to get a booster. There are plenty of people who they were tested because of where they work and they wanted to get titers and they didn't convert and they don't have antibodies detected and they were given a booster. I've even thought about getting a booster. You guys, I've been a
Okay.
doctor 25 years. I've never seen a case of measles ever. And
Yeah.
I've seen thousands and thousands of kids coming through the ER during my training and afterwards. So it's wild that this is something we had basically eradicated and now we're
It's
seeing
back.
outbreaks.
Okay, I
Catherine,
got
and
two more. I
and,
just got two more questions for a tie. If you don't mind, just give me 1 second. Thank you. So if you only have you're saying titers. I don't. What does that mean?
Oh, thank you. That's a great question. So we use the word titer to say when we draw your blood, can we find in your bloodstream antibodies to the virus? And so if you have those antibodies, then that's assumed that when you got inoculated or vaccinated or previously infected, your immune system has seen it and you have basically the antidote to the virus just circulating in your bloodstream. So we call those the titers, meaning how strong is that signal of antibody protection that you have. Not all people who are immune protected will have detectable titers. So if you go to get your antibody levels drawn and your doctor agrees to that and your insurance covers it, so that's a lot of ifs and it's time and money to go get all this done and you have a positive titer, that means you're protected. If you
Okay.
don't, it doesn't mean that you're not protected. So if you're otherwise healthy and you've had two MMRs, um, you're probably protected. But again, if you're living with a 4 month old and you're traveling for work, I would get vaccinated personally. I've
Oh,
thought, like I said, about getting vaccinated myself because when you're healthy, vaccine isn't a big deal.
okay. And my last question: do you have any speculation as to why all of a sudden there will be a measles outbreak when we haven't had one? Do you sense like this is just an unfortunate set of circumstances that led to it, or that there's something more covert, like it was introduced into a population of
No, it's
people?
totally predictable, totally predictable. And we've seen outbreaks of measles before, but they're usually contained and shut down quick. This one just spread because it spreads super fast. So, unfortunately, you had a vulnerable patient population, somebody who had active measles passed it around, and then this vulnerable population really got hit.
So, Ty here. Last week, today is the 26th, I think. Yesterday, in the city of Los Angeles, the LA County Public Health Department has been notified of one case of measles that arrived on a Korean airline at Tom Bradley International Airport on February the 19th. Um, Approximately 1 to 4 p.m., they may be at risk of developing measles due to high exposure. I myself had COVID 2 weeks ago. And when I went to the doctor last week, they asked me as an adult, do you want to, would you like to take a measles shot? And I'm like, I think I had one of those maybe in like high school or something like that, or in college. It's been a while. And so seeing as to what's happening in a large city like this, I am definitely going to circle back and go ahead and just do it after I finish with all the COVID that I'm getting out of my system.
Dr. Catherine, I have a question for you. So, my doctor always say, like, when you start shingles, I remember my mother had shingles when she got older. So, what do you think about the shingles vaccine? By the way, I got mine.
Yeah, get it. After age 50, you're supposed to get it. And trust me, I see people less than 50 getting nasty outbreaks of shingles. Shingles is reactivated varicella, which is like the chicken pox, virus. And so it lies dormant, meaning you can have an outbreak because you had the virus a long time ago. And then it gets reactivated when your immune system is down. So let's say you're traveling or you get COVID or you haven't been sleeping well or you went to a bachelorette party or whatever the heck, all of a sudden your immune system isn't as strong. Some people get cold sores, other people get shingles, and shingles follows a nerve. And when that nerve is bothered, and let's say it's on your face and your eye, you can lose your vision. Sometimes, usually, it's just that it causes this nasty rash that can be contagious to immune compromised people and pregnant people.
And other than that, it just causes a lot of pain and you're miserable and you're in so much pain, like you can't really work or do much besides call your doctor and ask if you can get stronger pain medicine.
Oh, and FYI, I got COVID at Costco
No,
in
not
in
Costco.
America. At Costco in America, when I walked in, something said, "Put your mask on." I didn't do it. As soon as I finished shopping, I came back outside, I got in the car. I felt something was wrong, and things just went south. And so finally, I'm on the mend. But yeah, and it was had nothing to do with immigrants or migrants or anything. This was American citizens.
Do you buy Costco or that COVID off the shelf at Costco?
In bulk.
There is.
Don't even respond. Just don't even respond. Just walk away.
So, Dr. Catherine, I have a question for you. What's safer, a safer driverless car or the vaccine?
I don't know. I haven't studied the safety of driverless cars, but I've heard they're pretty safe. So let's say the rate of adverse vaccination is 1 in 100,000. We'll get hives, or we'll pass out, or we'll have a demyelinating transverse myelitis, something really rare, right? If that's a 1 in 100,000, what's the rate of a car accident with a
I don't know,
driver?
but I'm
Oh, well,
freaking out right now.
that's
This is the first time I've ever done this, so I'm like, I'm
first
hoping
time
that
you've ever done what? Gotten a vaccine?
no, gotten into a driverless car. I'm in Phoenix right now, driving to the
Oh,
airport, and there's no freaking driver.
Bro, that's a lot of
oh,
trouble.
well, I've
Oh,
heard it's pretty safe.
I hope so. Cross your
I,
fingers.
I mean, here, you're not going to die alone. We're right here with you if you do die.
You ain't going down.
Well,
How's that?
Well,
If my camera goes dark, Dr. Catherine, say a little
Yeah,
prayer, and I'll see you guys.
I
I'll
will
debate
say,
you
I'll
guys in
say a
heaven.
big
How's that?
prayer,
There you go.
big old prayer for you.
Carry
there
on.
was there was just a viral video of a Tesla zooming through a town. I don't know if you guys saw it. Killed 3 people. So,
it's
Godspeed,
that.
my friend.
I'm
It's
in a
that
Yeah.
whole.
Yo,
Jaguar.
I'm
I'm in
not
a
getting in no
Goose.
unmanned car no matter what.
So
I don't
Storm,
want to hear it.
that is a driverless taxi.
Yes.
Yeah, look at him. He's in the back seat right now. Ain't nobody.
Oh, that's
Hell no.
that's
No,
crazy.
Hell
No,
no, we
no,
won't
no.
go.
I
I'm
will
cool on
not be
that.
going to any of those.
No, I'm
Yeah,
cool on
nah,
that.
I'm not
It's
doing it.
really nice. They play soothing music. The
Oh, I
computer
bet they
talks to
do.
you.
I bet they
Got to
do.
keep you comfortable
They
before
play
they
the
take
right
you out
music so that if you die, you can die in peace.
in right? peace. Exactly.
Dude, that's insane.
They keep you
They
comfortable
have
right
them
before they take
all
you out.
over California. You see them in
They
LA
have
and
them in a.
SF, all
They
over the
have them in
place.
Atlanta now too. So they've been introduced to Atlanta. I was just talking to a lady about this because she's seeing impaired and and I was like, well, hell, if a car can drive by itself, then why can't blind people drive, right? You
Yo,
know?
I'm all about that.
listen,
It's all
could
about the
you imagine?
Uber Black period with a human being.
Yo, could you imagine jumping into a car that's driving itself, but it has facial recognition, and because you had a warrant out for you, it takes you straight to the jail?
Better be
Like,
clean,
Oh,
Maria.
shut
yo,
up,
Better be
dude. I've got
clear.
one. If they do this and I go to jail, you're
yo, could
bailing
you
me out.
imagine?
So Storm, what did you do? Did you order one? It picked you up at your house and took you to the airport?
Yeah, so get this, right? An Uber is normally $50. The Waymo is only 30. And it's driverless and you don't have to tip because you don't have anybody to tip.
Bro.
And it
Hey,
smells good.
But I'm not gonna go into a car I don't want to go into because I'm saving $30.
This is nicer than an Uber though. The Ubers give you like Toyotas and like Hyundais. This gives you a Jaguar SUV.
You know what, Storm? You
wow.
know the crazy
Not
part
not
about it
Amazing.
is
Uber Black is a little different, bro.
right
My
now that
fault,
it's
Ty. My fault. You're right. I'm not as privileged to ride Uber Black.
The Jaguar SUV, not bad, not bad.
that
Well, they
is
already
bad.
coming out with the technology. So when you don't pay your car payment, the car will just repossess itself.
It's
Repossess
gonna drive
itself.
itself.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yo,
A
like,
lot of
could you
people gonna be
imagine? But that's the
carless.
thing, though, right? But Sean, as we get deeper into the evolution of you know what I'm saying? Like, driverless taxis and Ubers and whatnot, dude, the comfortability of just jumping in a car, ain't nobody in there, and I'm trusting this computer to take me to where I need to go and be safe on the road, this, that, and the third. Look, man, people will say that it's going to reduce traffic accidents due to that as computers, this, that, and the third. But at the same time, malfunctions, this, that, and
Computers fail too, right?
the
Computers fail
computers
too.
fail as well. Exactly. And before you know it, you fall asleep and you're in Georgia when you were supposed to be headed to California. You
Hey,
know,
Enjoy the
if
ride.
the
Enjoy the
system ever go
ride.
down, the system can go down. That's why you have to have computer
you're
technologists.
gonna jump
So
in that car and they're gonna drop some sleep smoke on you, and you're gonna wake up in.
Hey,
Kidnapped. Well,
until
here's the
Storm, can you
thing.
talk to somebody and nobody to talk to?
hey,
Well, I have a button I can push if there's an emergency, and then I would talk to somebody live. But actually, this is very peaceful. I'm rolling through Camelback right now. If you guys know Phoenix, Camelback Mountain and Pistawa Peak is right here, which I hike, and it is pleasant. I'm just gonna say, when you come to Arizona, try a Waymo. My wife, I got her and four of my staff members in one, and they loved it and ran it and raved. This is the first time. It's a first, guys.
hey, I'm
Okay,
gonna say,
so Storm, this is what happened though. One of the Waymos was just driving in circles, and the person couldn't get out the car, and they were calling the people like, "We're trying to figure out what's going on." So that is kind of freaky if you think about it. Like this car is just going berserk.
Was
So
the
I mean,
door
but
what was the door locked for Sean?
the door was, yeah, they couldn't, like, well, they couldn't, the car was I mean, it wouldn't have been safe for them to try to like jump out. I guess they could have eventually done that, but here's the thing: I think I will trust driveless cars or personless cars more than I trust these human beings. There's going to be
Really?
accidents and things of that nature. Yes, because people drive drunk, they text and drive, they, do all kinds of things. I think that, yeah, there's going to be some repercussions, of course, but I think it'll be better at the end of the day. I think you'll
hey,
see a lot less traffic deaths.
I have a question
I
for
would say this though, right?
Storm. Can I have a question for Storm real quick? Storm is Mariana. So when you get in the car, do you type something like how the car knows where you're going?
So it's like Uber. You put in your destination, and then they're going to
Thanks.
send you the nearest
Thank you. Oh,
Waymo,
sorry. Thank you.
and then you just hit start ride when you're in, and then the car will go. So
Got it.
you're right,
Okay.
and Bashan, you're right. The roundabouts that will go around in circles sometimes, that's where they struggle. So it might have been a roundabout where they had that, and they
it
have a
was,
lot of them here in Phoenix.
and I was gonna say this though, right? The Elon plans on releasing this thing called Robo Taxi Network, and if you have your own Tesla and stuff like that, I was reading on it. ChatGPT was saying that if you have your own and you add your car to the Robo Taxi thing, you can have that as your own way of making money in like a downtown area and different things like that.
So
But
Antonio, they have full self drive, which you can do it all the way. I think back to 2018, and I have a
yeah,
Model 3
mhm.
18. And they can download 15 grand the full self drive when they go into Robo Taxi. You download it for like 30 grand, and then you can make money on your Tesla while you're not driving. It's crazy.
Exactly, it was 200 a month. Um, when they release it and stuff like that. And yeah, trust me, I did my research. I was like, hold up, so I get a Tesla, I can bet. They said charge $5, $10 per ride, different things like that or
Yup.
whatever. I'm
That's
like,
a
oh yeah.
play. That's about to become a play right there. That's what you just said. That's about to become a literal play because you're going to have dudes having 10, 20 cars on the road and you literally sitting at the house. You're not hiring no drivers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
As long as the weather's above 20 degrees.
Yeah, that's why the up north states are going to come last.
That's
Hey, I
government
just have to say
efficiency.
this.
That's efficiency right there. Your
I,
car's making money for you and paying itself off.
100%.
that's right. 90% of this room hates Team Storm, and I'm totally cool with that. I just want to say I love each and every one of you, even if you're not on Team Storm and you're on Team Divine or Team Third Party. Much love during the day. But when night comes, man, we're bringing out the nails. We're bringing out everything we can. Full of artillery. Here we go.
Facts.
100%. 100%. Oh, man. But no, I would definitely get a fleet of like 5 Teslas off rip.
And look, I asked ChatGPT to give me a plan, Tesla company. He said, well, it's not going to release in the next 3 years, but start buying like two of them, or at least one or two, put on Toro. Once you release the put on the road, you can release 2 to 3 cars off of each car, and you can chop
You're
again. That's a lot of
struggling.
money a
Neil's
month. I'm
trying to
like, oh
grab you,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, we lost you
Oh
at the
shit.
end there,
Did
but no,
Neil
I got the gist of what
did
you're
Neil grab?
saying.
Yeah, just yeah.
You bet. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I throw a fleet out there. I mean, there's fleets out there already. You know, there's people renting their cars out for people to drive it through Uber now already. But talking about you don't even gotta hire a driver.
You don't gotta hire
Let's
a
do it.
driver, and you don't have to wait. And you don't have to sit in your car. Uh,
Yeah, your Matrix, yeah, they tearing you up right now, bro.
Marty, though, you bring up a good point. And think about this, too. If it's not costing you gas and maintenance on a Tesla is a lot less, the only thing I've replaced on my Tesla is I filled the washer fluid and something hit the undercarriage and they came out and fixed it for 200 bucks. I've had that car for 2.5 years and it's cost me $213 total maintenance in 2.5 years.
That's
That's it.
insane, bro.
And I
That's
get free electric
insane.
charges. So I actually have like charging stations all around that are free. You don't have to pay for electricity. It's crazy.
Yo, that's look. I considered the Cybertruck, right? I considered this, even though I don't like how it looks. It only looks good when it's wrapped. It only literally only looks good when it's wrapped. But no, I considered it. You know what I mean? Because, dude, don't get me wrong. I love my diesel trucks. I love it. Don't gas vehicle all day. But at the same time, what you just said right there on some just chilling, and then on with this with what's coming on business wise, heck yeah, you land your hand on 5 Teslas when this comes out. You ahead of the game.
Well, the one thing I'll say, Marty, is insurance is higher. The premiums are higher because if you get in an accident, they basically have to total it out. But I'm more than happy to pay the extra 80 bucks a month in insurance because I had my Z71 and loved it. You have to hold it day and night, Marty. I'll be flying. Really bring the heat. We got to call in the big guns for tonight because I'm smelling that there's a little absence on the right, and we've got to make it fair and square.
That's all good. They can keep smelling that. They think they smell blood in the water right now. Little do they know it's a trap. That's all right. We're gonna be ready, Storm. Don't even worry. Don't even worry. Ay, ay, ay. But anyways, what's going on, Divine? What's happening?
Oh, I'm here, man. Get my hustle on. I'm here, but
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
mostly,
Same, same.
yeah, mostly listening, but all is well. Yeah, I can't complain, brother. Hump day. Can't wait for this week to end. The weather's all right here in New York. It's not deadly cold. It's like they say it's 40, but it feels warmer. And yeah, man, I'm just happy to be here. Another day to
Another beautiful
get it
day.
right. Yes, sir.
There you go. It's a beautiful 78 degrees. That's cold. That's what I'm talking about. 78 degrees outside right now. Oh man. It's been a
Divine, are
cool
you
day.
a New Yorker? Divine.
Yes, I am. Brooklyn, New York.
I can hear it in your accent. It's so cute.
Yeah, I gotta get my coffee.